Live on a Friday night, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey, as it's the second of a three-game series and the second of a four-game road trip as the Grizzlies take on the Tulsa Oilers. Hi, everybody. I'm Tyson Whiting. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies hockey. The Grizz are looking for their first victory of the season against the Tulsa Oilers. They're 0-2, and they have been outshot 91-51 in the two games. Grizzlies got off to a fast start last night in the first period. Reed Lepster scored the game's first goal, 3:49 into the contest, with Cole Gallant and Andrew Nilsson picking up the assists. Sean Olsen scored for Tulsa 11:43 into the contest, with Nelson and McNeely picking up the assists. A minute and 14 seconds later, it was Andrew Nelson getting his fourth of the year, with Luke Manning and Reed Lepster each picking up assists, but Cole Gallant was the one that carried the puck into the offensive zone. It was great passing by the Grizzlies to give them a 2-1 lead. At one point in the first period, the Grizzlies had outshot the Oilers 8-3, but by the end of the first period, both teams had 12 shots, and the Grizzlies had a 2-1 lead. Connor Roulette capitalized on a Utah turnover and scored unassisted 4:38 into the second period, and the score was tied at 2 after 2 frames. Reed Petrick scored the game winner for Tulsa 8:16 into the third period, with Dougie Legrone and Gazizov picking up the assist. And then Roulette scored his second of the night, 11:42 in, to give the Oilers some insurance. Mike McKee and Cade McNeely each picked up an assist, as McNeely had 2 assists and was a +4 for the Oilers. Dougie Legrone had 1 assist and was a +4 for Tulsa. And really, it was a balanced attack, and that's been the formula for success for Rob Murray's Tulsa Oilers club, who comes into play tied for first place in the Mountain Division with 58 standings points. Tulsa's won 5 in a row, and they are 8-1-0-2 in their last 11 games. As for the Grizzlies, Lepster and Andrew Nilsson each had a 1-goal and 1-assist performance. And for Utah, they're looking for their first victory against the Oilers this season. The Grizz are 5-14-1 on the road. We got a different goaltending matchup tonight. Grizzlies will go with Jake Barcheski, who's got a record of 6-6-1. He'll be in net for the Grizzlies. He was outstanding in the month of January, where he had a .920 save percentage. Talon Boyko is one of the taller goaltenders the Grizzlies will face all year. He is 6'7" and 200 pounds. He's got an NHL contract with the New York Rangers. Boyko this season in 21 games has a record of 14-3-2-2, and he has 1 shutout in an Oilers uniform this season. So it should be a ton of fun. Grizzlies and the Tulsa Oilers. Utah has been pretty special on the special teams as of late. The Grizzlies' penalty kill is a perfect 14 for 14 over their last 4 games. And the power play, even though it didn't capitalize in their one chance last night, Grizzlies are 8 for 25 on the power play over the last 8 games. We're hanging out in the Grizz Cave just outside the Grizzlies team store at Maverick Center. The Grizzlies are over at BOK Center in Tulsa for the second of a 3-game series. It's the second of 4 straight on the road. Grizzlies will continue their series with Tulsa tomorrow night and then head to Wichita for a Tuesday night showdown on February 11th. And then the Grizzlies come back home for 6 straight games, 3 against Idaho, including fishing night on Saturday, February 15th, and then 3 against Rapid City, which includes Grizz Fight Cancer Weekend on February 21st and 22nd. When we come back, we'll talk about the newest Grizzly who's making his team debut tonight. That's Lincoln Earn, who was acquired in a trade earlier this week for Cameron Buell. We're in business on a Friday night, and you're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it or we'll replace it. No questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires because more warranty means less worry. And nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. Face-off is in about 10 minutes from now over at BOK Center. Well, the Grizzlies yesterday added defenseman Lincoln Earn to the roster. He was acquired in a trade for forward Cameron Buell, as Buell is now a member of the Savannah Ghost Pirates, and Buell is actually in the Savannah lineup for the second straight night. And if he does anything, we'll keep you updated on that. Earn has appeared in 14 games with the Iowa Heartlanders earlier this season, scoring 1 goal and 1 assist. Earn also has appeared in 3 games with the Savannah Ghost Pirates before being traded to Utah. Last season, Earn played with the Newfoundland Growlers, including 2 games against the Grizzlies. He also appeared in quite a few games with the Idaho Steelheads, and he played against Utah in 4 games there, and he also spent some time with the Jacksonville Icemen. With Idaho, he had 3 goals and 8 assists in 27 games. Lincoln Earn has a couple familiar faces in the Grizzlies locker room. He was a teammate last season with Neil Shea with the Growlers, and at Canisius College, where he played 4 seasons. He was a teammate all 4 years with Grizzly goaltender Jake Barcheski, as well as forward Keaton Mastrodonato. Buell will be in the Grizzlies lineup tonight. He's one of 6 defensemen on Ryan Kanaswich's lineup card, and he will wear number 20 for the Grizzlies. When we come back, we'll give you the rest of the Grizzlies lineup. That includes Lincoln Earn making his Grizzlies debut. This will be the 3rd team he's played on this season. When we come back, we'll go over the lineups for both teams. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
We don't quite have the starters for both teams, but we do know who's going to be in there for both clubs. Let's go over the lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Utah Grizzlies, who are led by 4th-year head coach Ryan Kanaswich, who's the all-time leader in goals, assists, and points in team history. The assistant coach is Christian Horn. Athletic trainer is Colin Lee, and the equipment manager is Jackson Hibbard. Jake Barcheski will get the start in net. He is 6'1" and 180 pounds. He's got a record of 6-6-1. With a 3.80 goals against average and an .890 save percentage. Barcheski, as we mentioned before, was outstanding in the month of January, where he had a 4-3-1 record with a .920 save percentage and 2.76 goals against average. Vinny Duplessis, who I thought performed pretty well. He saved 41 of 45 and kept the Grizzlies in the game till the end. He's the backup tonight. The 6 defensemen for the Grizzlies. Once again, we don't see the starters as of yet, but we do know that the top defensive pairing will be Brian Yoon and Derek Dashke. Dashke leads the Grizzlies in many statistical categories, including plus-minus, where he is a +6 on the year. Brian Yoon has 7 goals and 12 assists in 29 games. So Yoon and Dashke will be out there. They might be the starters, but we haven't gotten the starters yet from BOK Center. We will see Kay Jensen paired up with Lincoln Earn. That's a pretty big defensive pairing. Jensen is 6'3" and 218 pounds, and Earn is listed at 6'2" and 215 pounds, although hockey DB has him listed at 6'4". Andrew Nelson will be lined up with Cooper Jones. Nelson had 1 goal and 1 assist in last night's game. So that's the 6 defensemen. The defensive scratches tonight include Cody Corbett and Dylan Savankov. The top forward line on Ryan Kanaswich's lineup card features Adam Berg along with Cole Fonstad and Keaton Mastrodonato. Berg, Fonstad, and Mastrodonato. Second forward line, which I thought was outstanding in last night's game. Luke Manning had 1 assist last night as he returned after missing 5 straight games. Cole Gallant also had 1 assist last night. He leads all Grizzlies forwards with 19 assists. And Reed Lepster had 1 goal and 1 assist for the Grizzlies, and he was a +2. In fact, Gallant and Lepster reach a +2 for the Grizzlies in last night's game. Third forward line will feature Neil Shea, along with the captain Mick Messner and Briley Wood. Fourth forward line is Aaron Aragon, Cade Nilsson, and Dylan Fitz. Forward scratches for the Grizzlies include Craig Armstrong, Blake Wells, Tyson Upper, and Braden Nicolettes. Looks like the Tulsa starters are being announced over at BOK Center as Talon Boyko leads the Oilers. The one thing you notice about him is his massive size, 6'7", 200 pounds. He takes up quite a bit of the net, but I imagine the Grizzlies are going to try to test his quickness his lateral movement. Boyko does have a successful record this season, 14-3, 2-2 with one shutout. He has a 2.49 goals against average and .918 save percentage. So we'll see if they'll announce the starters over at BOK Center. Unfortunately, the ECHL app doesn't have them posted as of yet. That's the starters for either team. The interesting thing about Tulsa is they're a very balanced scoring attack. Michael Farron is their leading scorer with 33 points in 40 games, 17 goals and 16 assists. He's certainly been a star. Alec Butcher has 15 goals and 14 assists. Tyler Polson, who's been a Grizzlies killer over the years when he was with Rapid City, he's got 12 goals and 14 assists. Reed Petrick, who was last night's hero, he's got 10 goals and 22 assists. But it's really, Tulsa coming out with 4 forward lines. No one line really stands out, but it's just 4 forward lines that work hard. And with head coach Rob Murray, who's been a very successful head coach in this league, you know that Tulsa is going to be a hardworking, grinded-out kind of team, and it kind of shows in the way they control the puck. After all, Tulsa does lead the league in shots per game at 36.2. In fact, the Oilers have outshot their opponents in 31 of 45 games this season. We'll keep an eye on the shot count, as after all, in the first 2 games of this series, that certainly has played a factor. And it seems like Tulsa's had their way in the third periods in each of their 2 meetings. As on Flow Sports, there's Rob Murray being spotlighted. Murray was a former NHL player with the Washington Capitals as well as the Winnipeg Jets, and he also spent some time in 1999 with the Phoenix Coyotes. When we come back, we'll have face-off on the other side. You've been listening to the pregame report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
With the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
It's a great night for hockey as 2 big standings points are on the line as the Utah Grizzlies take on the Tulsa Oilers for the 3rd of 8 regular season meetings between the clubs. Ceremonial puck drop. Mick Messner will take it with Michael Farron. For Mick Messner, leads Utah with 119 shots on goal this season. Michael Farron has been one of Tulsa's best performers. It's his 3rd year with the Oilers, and he has 17 goals and 16 assists. The starters, as just posted on the ECHL app, has Yoon and Dashke as the defensive pairing. And the best forward line, as we mentioned from last night's game, Luke Manning, Reed Lebster, and Cole Gallant. Those guys were outstanding in last night's game. For Tulsa, it's going to be Roman Canal paired up with Anthony Costantini. The forwards are Reed Petrick, as well as Austin Albrecht and Danil Ladigan. Ladigan did not play in last night's game. He replaces Gazizov in the Tulsa lineup. And that's the starters for the Oilers. Talon Boyko is the Tulsa goaltender. Utah will counter with Jake Barcheski. 20 minutes are put on the clock. Utah wins the draw in a black jersey with white numbers and professional green trim. Yoon gets the center ice and dumps it in. Costantino will bounce it off a Grizzly. As Reed Lebster gets the puck left side, he'll skate around Tulsa's net, and he'll fire away on Boyko. And it bounced off of Boyko's right pad as Lebster thought about skating behind the net. Instead, looked for a wraparound out in front as the Oilers skate into the offensive zone. Utah delivers a hit, and an Oiler delivers a big-time hit. Rattle in the glass as the Grizzlies will ice the puck. Tulsa runs after it, and no icing though on the play. We don't get to see any of the referees, and unfortunately we're at the mercy of this video feed as we're not at BOK Center, so please be patient with us. Tulsa behind the net about 45 seconds in a white jersey, red numbers, navy blue lettering in the back, navy blue on the shoulders, going all the way down the arm. Tulsa dumps it in. Barcheski slides along the near wing wall. As we're about 55 seconds in, Mastrodonato skates over the puck. Tulsa skates in. Backhand shot. And saved by Barcheski. What a stop by Barcheski as Tulsa skated in and had the first good look of the game. Mastrodonato moves Diz left for Berg. Berg, who's paired up with is lined up with Mastrodonato and Fonstad tonight. There's a puck behind Tulsa's net as the Oilers will swing it back to the near wing wall out to center ice. Skating in's Lincoln Aaron, and his first shift was a Grizzly. He'll skate to the high slot. He'll take a righty shot that goes wide. Earns in a 6 different ECHL team. Earlier this year, played with Iowa and Savannah as the puck goes towards the right wing. Still in the Tulsa zone. Mastrodonato battles along with another Oiler. Puck goes to the corner. Now back towards the Maestro. He takes a shot, and that's blocked away by Boyko. As Utah gets it up top, Jensen across to Earn. He's in the right point, trying to slide it towards the middle of the ice. It's cut off by Sean Olsen, who had a goal last night for Tulsa. As Grizzlies get it back, Cade Jensen near the Grizzlies bench, which is to the left of center ice on the far side as we're seeing it. Puck goes back to the Utah line, and Yoon will tap it off the far boards. Tulsa will throw it to Solog Bakic. Left side, he'll take a lefty shot, saved by Barcheski. He holds on with 17:52 left in the first. And the draw is giving the Grizzlies zone as Tulsa had a really good look about a minute and a half ago, skating on to Barcheski. They made a pretty good move on a backhand attempt, but Barcheski made a key save. So we're still scoreless. As the draw is going to be over in the left circle, and just as we were going to take inventory as to who's on the ice, we get to see the dancers for the Tulsa Oilers. As Mick Messner's out there with Briley Wood and Neil Shea. This is a 3-man forward unit that's got a ton of potential and certainly a lot of speed. Una Dashke will probably see them for 25 to 30 minutes each tonight. Who's your pick to click? I know that we got a few people going with Derek Dashke this evening. I think Neil Shea is going to have a big one for the Grizzlies. He's my pick to click. Utah wins the draw. Dashke will move it ahead, but Tulsa keeps into the offensive zone, skating from right to left. As the Oilers get it tapped away, puck goes back to center ice. Oilers will skate back in along the right wing. Righty shot. That goes wide on Barcheski. Not sure if he got a piece of it. Poulsen feeds it up top left point. Dame Malka. Olivier's his first name. He's a pretty good defenseman. We'll throw it towards the left corner. Back to Dame Malka. He'll fire it off the end boards. Puck around towards the right side. Tulsa skates around Utah's end to the near side. Yoon takes it away. Yoon will get it ahead towards Wood, who steps over center ice. He tried to nudge it ahead towards the Tulsa line. Puck goes in deep. Not sure if Shea got a piece of it. Tulsa around their net as we played about 3 minutes in. Still no score. Oilers cross center ice. They'll bounce it past Cooper Jones. Shuffling over there is Andrew Nilsson. He'll slide it along the right wing wall as racing out towards center ice towards the Tulsa line. Oilers throw it off the screen. Grizzlies cross center ice, and they'll throw it towards the corner. Andrew Nilsson fires towards the net wide. Puck to the right side. Tulsa pitchforks it to the right side, but not out. Good job by the Grizzlies to keep it in. Looked like Cade Jensen. Now Tulsa races over the attack line. Poulsen loses his balance. Grizzlies trying to slice it out to neutral ice. It's kept in by Tulsa's Roman Canal. He'll move it to the right side. Cosentini trying to center it. Penalty's going to be on the Grizzlies. Canal fires towards the net. That misses wide, we believe. Fitz touches it up. And we get a whistle. And Tulsa gets their first power play of the game. As the Grizzlies looked like they hooked Cosentini over on the right wing. Let's see if we can get the referee's signal. As looks like slashing is going to be the call. And Utah goes to the box. 16:28 left in the first period. Tulsa's got a pretty good power play this season at 20.7%. They are ninth best in the league. It's Cade Nilsson that's in the box for the Grizzlies. 2 minutes for slashing. 3:32 into the game. Grizzlies penalty kill is a perfect 14 for 14 over the last 4 games. Still no score. 3.5 minutes in. Draws game over in the right circle. And we would love it. This camera operator would zoom in so we can get an ID on some of these players. As a draw won by Utah, as Brian Yoon will skate around his net towards the near side, and he will slice it all the way towards the heavens and towards Talon Boyko. As Boyko will drop it for Dame Malka, who's got pretty good speed. Dan Malka played in Norway last season, native of Montreal. As the Oilers skate in, Lucas drops it off for Bakic. He'll throw it to the right side. Somebody off the screen gets to Malka. Will fire it towards the right point boards. As Tulsa gets it towards Bakic. As Utah will slice it towards the line, Tulsa keeps it in. Lucas over towards Malka. He'll feed it towards Alec Butcher. Back up top, Malka. We'll move it to, I believe, Lucas over on the right side. Lucas, a pretty strong defenseman, has got 20 games of AHL experience this season with San Diego. Over to Malka, one-timer, and that goes wide as Bakic trying to get it up top. Utah will throw it ahead. Mastrodonato was cherry-picking at neutralized, but the puck goes all the way towards Boyko as the Maestro is looking for a shorthanded breakaway. As we're about halfway through Tulsa's power play and 4.5 minutes into the game, still no score. Grizzlies led 2-1 after the first period last night. Tulsa crosses center ice and step over the offensive line as the Oilers looked like they made a line change. Alec Butcher skates towards his right high slot. Righty shot. That's blocked away. Not sure if Barcheski got a piece of it. Michael Farron, 2-on-2 battle. Andrew Nilsson gets it, and he will throw it out. Good job by Andrew Nilsson, paired up with Cooper Jones tonight. As the Oilers back behind their net, Nils Shea will skate back towards his bench. As the Oilers late in the power play will reset the attack. Oilers push it to the left wing, stepping over the offensive line. Austin Albrecht, 7 goals this season. And the puck goes towards the right wing. They try to chip it out in front towards Albrecht. Grizzlies got a stick in the way. Puck to the left point. As Canal will move it towards his right. Cosentini throws it towards the left side. Shot saved by Barcheski. As Farron had a pretty good look, Barcheski's made some big saves here so far. Late in the power play, Grizzlies dump it in. I believe Cade Nelson's out of the box right now, even though we don't see him on the screen. Successful penalty kill by the Grizzlies. We're skating 5-on-5. Oilers over the line. Poulsen dumps it in as Michael Farron, the Oilers captain, chases after it. Grizzlies moving out to center ice. Grizz have numbers. 3-on-2 over the offensive line. Gallant trying to center it towards Yoon. It's tapped away by Tulsa, and the Oilers get it back. Tulsa, 6 minutes in, try to push it out towards center ice. Grizzlies cut him off. Now the Oilers dump it in, but they did so from their own territory. So Tulsa's called for icing with 13:59 left in the first. Jake Barcheski on a couple of occasions. Unfortunately, we're probably not going to see a replay, but he made a big stop about a minute in, and then at some point on the power play, the Oilers threw a cross-ice pass from the right point all the way to the left side for Farron, and Barcheski made an impressive save there. He's already made 2 or 3 grade A saves to keep the game scoreless. So since we're skating 5-on-5, this would be the under 14 timeout. However, the Oilers, we believe, were called for icing, so shouldn't be a timeout on the play. Let's see an early check of the shot count. Obviously, that's something we're keeping an eye out for. Tulsa's outshot Utah 91-51 over the 2 games that they've played so far, and so far, Tulsa has 5 shots to the Grizzlies' 3. Utah's shots have come from Messner, Lebster, and Lincoln Earn. Fonstad will take the drives out there with Adam Berg and Keaton Mastrodonato. Berg, he's a pretty good playmaker, and his speed to go along with Fonstad and Mastrodonato wouldn't surprise me if Adam Berg finds the back of the net tonight. Berg, 6'1", 190 pounds, former Cincinnati Cyclone. It's his second year with the Grizzlies. It looks like people are looking at something near the Grizzlies zone. I'm not sure what it is, but everybody seems to have their interest towards something on the end near where Jake Barcheski's defending. So there's 13:59 left in the first period. Everybody dancing around. Referee tonight is Austin O'Rourke. The linesmen are Kyle Gasperi and Chuck Schammel. So just one referee tonight. Seems like about half the league games have 2 referees. It seems like about half the Grizzlies games have had 2 referees, and half of them have only had 1. Tulsa wins the draw. They skate from right to left. Lucas will sky it deep into the Grizzlies zone. Yoon chases after it. No icing on the play. Getting behind him was Josh Nelson, a 5'11", 182-pound forward. And now the Oilers will throw it towards the near wing. Grizzlies, loose puck, get double-teamed. Yoon spins it around for Dashke, who gets the loose puck in the right corner. Dashke will spin it ahead. Grizzlies trying to get to Mastrodonato behind the back, but it's picked off by Sean Olson, who had a very active 2-way game for Tulsa last night. 6.5 minutes in, still no score. Oilers behind their net. Grizzlies dance around in front of the net to initiate action. Now Tulsa pushes to the left wing. Albrecht will get to center ice. Stride for stride is Fonstad. Albrecht gains the center red line and dumps it in. Barcheski rolls it to the right side. Now Tulsa behind the net, trying to kick it out in front. as Lincoln Earn delivers a push on an Oiler. Now right side, Tulsa trying to center it. Utah picks it off. Grizz cross center ice. Stepping over the offensive line is Neil Shea. Shea tried to get to a cutting Briley Wood. It glanced up at his stick as Wood was cutting towards Boyko, the Tulsa goaltender. Oilers clear it back to center ice. Cade Jensen moves it across to Lincoln Earn, who gets the center ice, cross the center red line, and he'll dump it in. Puck to the left wing. Oilers get in the corner. It glanced off the stick. Shea around the net, trying to feed it out to somebody in front. Nobody was home for Utah. Oilers dump it back into the Grizzlies zone. Mick Messner will throw it to Cade Jensen behind Utah's net as Jensen dances around. Barcheski being surveyed with Poulsen right in front of the Grizzlies crease. Jensen moves it towards the near side. Grizzlies skate from left to right onto Messner across the center ice. He'll dump it in. Messner's out there with Wood and Shea tonight. As Oilers, Roman Canal gets a side check from Messner. As an Oiler avoids a Utah check. Tulsa crosses center ice. They'll move it to the left side. Backage over the line. Left point. Lefty shot. Glove saved by Barcheski, who snatched it about waist high. He stops play with 12 minutes and 4 seconds left in the first. Timeout on the ice. Oilers have a slight shot advantage as we're still looking for the game's first goal. Barcheski's been outstanding so far. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it or we'll replace it. No questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires because more warranty means less worry. And nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
12 minutes, 4 seconds. That's the time remaining in the first period. Tulsa's outshot Utah 6-3. Michael Farron has 3 shots. Solog Bakic has 2, and Josh Nelson has 1. As Grizzlies spin it around the boards, Utah will clear it out. It goes all the way deep into the Oilers zone. Fitz chases after it, but icing is on the Grizzlies. 11:54 left in the first. Utah's shots have been taken by Mick Messner, Reed Lebster, and Lincoln Earn. For Earn, he's making his Grizzlies debut tonight as he was acquired in a trade a couple days ago with the Savannah Ghost Pirates in exchange for Cameron Buell. For Mick Messner, it's no surprise to see him on the shot count, as he now has 120 shots on goal, which leads the Grizzlies. In fact, he's been leading the Grizzlies in shots on goal throughout the season. Reed Lebster's also got 1 shot, and he's been a standout in this series. Off the draw, puck ends up out of play, and the linesman will get a new puck. Tulsa is a high-powered offensive team, but they do it with a pretty balanced attack. They're 6th in the league at 3.5 goals per game. Cade Nelson will take the draw for the Grizzlies, the native of Nottingham, England. He's wearing number 27. Tonight he's lined up with Aaron Aragon and Dylan Fitz. Some fans having a good time. Grizzlies won the draw. Andrew Nelson throws to Jones behind the net. Over to Fitz. As Fitz will move it ahead to Cade Nelson, who crosses center ice. Nelson one-hands it deep into the Oilers zone. He gets around one skater. Couldn't get around Lucas, who gets the puck. Lucas has pretty good speed. He'll slide it towards Anthony Costantini, make that Dame Malka. As the Oilers over the line. Mike McKee acting as a forward tonight. Longtime defenseman for Tulsa. It's his 9th season with the club. As the puck goes to the left side, Dame Malka, lefty shot, saved by Barcheski. He holds on. Big Mike McKee was out in front of the net trying to either redirect it or act as a screen on Barcheski. But it looks like the Grizzlies goaltender has been on point here so far. He has saved each of the first 7 he has seen. For Barcheski, he's been outstanding. In fact, we just think about that .920 save percentage in the month of January, and he's made some highlight saves. After all, in back-to-back weeks in the month of January, he was among the league's saves of the week. Faceoff's going to be over in the left circle. Looks like Reed Petrick's going to take it for Tulsa. He got the game winner 8.5 minutes into last night's game. Puck goes up top, bounced off a Roman Canal, stick out to center ice. Oilers reset. Rink-wide feed connects to Albrecht left wing, and he'll bounce it into the corner. Yoon will throw it ahead, but not out. Now it goes out of the zone as Reed Lepster did a good job lifting the stick of Ladigan, who's got no goals in 15 games, does Ladigan. Lepster's looking to join the double-digit goal-scoring club. He's got 9 on the season. Ahead to new tries, Lepster will cross center ice, trying to get towards Gallant, who lunged far enough. It glanced off at his stick as he continues to battle for the puck, and he'll get it towards Lepster, who steps over the offensive line over to Yoon with momentum. As Yoon around Tulsa's net, skates towards the left wing. Yoon will drop it to the left point. Dashke fires towards the net, and that's blocked about 5 feet in front of Boyko. As Utah tried to get it up top, Tulsa picked it off. Oilers, Albrecht will loft it into the right corner as he'll come off the ice for a change. Grizzlies get their one stride ahead of an Oiler as Brian Yoon will carry the puck out to center ice. Now pushed is right for Gallant, back towards Yoon down the middle of the ice. It's knifed away by Cade McNeely, who had 2 assists last night for the Oilers. Puck goes to the left circle. Cosentini will tattoo it off the boards. Now Cosentini gets it back, and he gets it knifed away by Dashke. Dashke towards the left corner. He's a pick-to-click of a couple commenters on the Grizzlies YouTube channel. Now taking the pucks out of Berg with speed. He'll skate towards the right corner. Berg in the offensive zone, gets up top. Lincoln Earn trying to get it back towards Berg, who looks for the puck. Now Earn, right point, righty shot saved by Boyko. Mastrodonado get a stick held up by Legron, no call. The Maestro over towards Jensen. Jensen around the boards to Earn, right side. Earn trying to shovel it towards the net and kind of fanned on it as the puck ricochets towards the left point. Jensen tried to nudge it towards Fonstad. Tulsa will clear it out to center. Oilers with the puck. 2-on-2. Tulsa right wing. Lefty shot goes wide, and couldn't quite tell who that was that took the shot for Tulsa, as this video feed has really had a mind of its own here so far. Oilers over the offensive line, 2-on-2. Tulsa dumps into the left corner. Cooper Jones backhands it to the right side. Running it down's Adam Berg. He gets around one Oiler as Berge holds onto the puck. Now assigned to Jones at center ice. Cooper Jones, a speedy defenseman, wearing number 43. He'll wrap it around to the left corner as Shea tries to reverse it back towards Jones. As Jones over on the right point. Now he's on the screen. We'll get it to the right side for Mastrodonado. Overskates it. Mastrodonado trying to get it to Shea out in front of the net, and it's picked off by Tulsa. The Oilers cross center ice with some speed. Tulsa dumps it in as they make a line change behind the play. Barcheski will move it towards the left wing. Tulsa will throw it back to the corner as we have 8:46 and counting left in the first. Tulsa trying to get up top to Dame Malka. Glanced off his stick. Wood gets the puck. He'll skate in 3-on-3. Slowly towards the high slot. Moves it ahead. Grizzlies back and trying to score! Utah gets on the board first with 8:38 left in the first. And it's Mick Messner joining the double-digit goal-scoring club. The captain gets his 10th of the year. And Utah takes a 1-0 lead. Mick Messner lights up the scoreboard as Briley Wood entered the offensive zone. It was a 3-on-3. Wood just kind of hung out in the high slot. Messner was cutting towards the net, and Wood threaded the needle over to Messner, and the backhand shot went right over Boyko's left shoulder. So how about that? The captain becomes the 3rd Grizzly skater to score 10 or more goals on the season. And Mick Messner has certainly been active tonight. That's the 2nd shot on goal in the evening, and the captain gives Utah a 1-0 lead. Briley Wood should get one of the 2 assists. That'll be 19 assists on the season for Wood, who's been one of the better scoring rookies in the league. As Tulsa dumps it in after winning the faceoff, Grizzlies for the 2nd straight night score first as Utah will drag it out to center ice. Grizzlies cross center ice. Nielsen will pitch it in. Puck glanced off a Boyko stick. He'll move it to the far side. Now back to Canal. He'll slide it across around Tulsa's net. Oilers with an outlet pass to center ice. It's picked off. Grizzlies skate in as Utah try to get towards Fitz on the right side, and it's cut off by Alec Butchers, a +13 this season for Tulsa. Oilers over the offensive line as they'll skate towards the right side, and puck ends up in the left corner. I guess you had to be there to find out how it ended up there. Nielsen out to center ice, throws it past Aragon deep into the Oilers zone. As Nielsen was across center ice, Grizzlies will make a change around him. Now Nielsen will skate towards the bench himself. 7:44 and counting left in the first. Utah leads 1-0. Right now, Wood has the only assist on the Messner goal that was scored. 11:22 in. As the puck out to center ice, and Tulsa chasing after it. Earn in the area. Getting to the puck is Reed Petrick, who used to play with Idaho a bunch of years ago. As Tulsa, Andrew Lucas will skate towards the right side, trying to get it across towards Petrick, and it's picked off by Lepster. 3-on-2 if the Grizzlies want it. Over to Manning, left side. Manning will take a lefty shot, and it goes wide as he missed the net, I believe, stick side on Boyko. As the Oilers along the near side. We'll have a glance off of Manning's stick, trying to get ahead towards Gallant, picked off by Tulsa as the Oilers will bouncing off of Manning's stick. Manning, it was a +1 last night, will throw it in. Tulsa will nudge it back into Grizzlies ice. Taking the shot, left wing, Albrecht, lefty shot, saved by Barczewski. He holds on with 6:53 left in the first. Luke Manning's been active tonight. He's a +4 in his last 3 games. The captain, Mick Messner, gets Utah on the board 11-22, with Briley Wood getting his 19th assist of the season. Utah leads 1-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
It's the Grizzlies 1, Oilers nothing as Mick Messner got the Grizz on the board 11-22 in. Briley Wood picked up the lone assist. Messner and Adam Berg each have 2 shots. Tulsa's outshot Utah 8-6. Grizzlies won the draw in their own zone, skating from left to right. Nielsen will throw it behind the net. Turnover. Tulsa shot, and it looked like Barczewski might have made a save as the Grizzlies 2-on-3 will carry it across center ice. Stumping in's Adam Berg, and he races like a bolt of lightning. He'll skate towards the corner. He delivers a hit on an Oiler as Tulsa tries to get around Fonstan, who jammed it back towards Berg. Berg trying to get across Masher Donato. It's picked off by McNeely. He'll throw it to center ice. Cosentini crosses the center red line, and he'll dump it in. Barczewski lets the bouncing puck skip towards the near corner as Cooper Jones throws it around his net. Grizzlies will spread the ice with a 1-0 lead, 6:13 and counting left in the first. Utah will push it to the left wing. Grizzlies slide it across, and puck didn't glance off a Grizzlies stick. And that was Dashke they were looking for. Tulsa over the line left point. Oilers trying to slice it ahead, but the puck trickles back to neutral ice. Tulsa resets. We get a whistle. Neil Shea was in the area. So we're not sure why the whistle blew. 5:58 left in the first period. And assuming it wasn't an icing call, we'll have a timeout. It's the Grizzlies 1 and the Oilers nothing. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Schwab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
5:58 left in the first period. Grizzlies lead 1-0. Briley Wood picked up his 19th assist this season. He now leads Cole Gallant for the club lead among forwards. For Briley Wood, he had a point in 8 of 12 games in the month of January. Messner will take the tries out there with Wood and Neil Shea. As draw one by Tulsa, Grizzlies must have been called for offside. Actually, the Oilers probably were called for offside. That's what initiated the whistle. That's a stop play with 5:58 left in the period. We're back to live action. Neil Shea out towards Briley Wood, who gets it in the right wing. Wood steps over the offensive line, and he loses the puck as Roman Canal will carry it across center ice. Canal used to play with San Jose in the AHL. Over to Backich, who dumps it into the right corner as Utah delivers a hit. Grizzlies will skip it along the near wing wall. Briley Wood gets it. Grizzlies skate from left to right here in the period. Utah over the line as looked like Messner tried to hold his ground, but ended up sliding into the Oilers zone. Grizzlies are called for offside. A little bit of pushing after the whistle, but both teams will cease and desist. 5:22 is left in the first, and the draw is going to be near the Tulsa bench, which is on the right side of center ice. On the far side, as we're looking at it on Flow Sports. Cade Nelson will take the draw. He's got Aragon to his left and Fitz to his right. With Corbett out of the lineup tonight, Aragon is wearing an A on his sweater. Aragon and we believe Cole Gallant are wearing the A's, with Mick Messner acting as the captain wearing the C. He's been the Grizzlies captain for about a month. As the puck is into the Grizzlies zone, Lincoln Earn takes it, and if you're watching on Flow Sports with me, I'm trying to describe this particular feed to the listening audience. As Tulsa, right side, try to skip it towards the right circle for Roulette, who had 2 goals last night. Back towards the right wing, Tulsa tried to feed it across, looking for Roulette. He goes down over in the left corner as Lincoln Earn, the big 6'3" defenseman, knocked him down. As the puck is over in the left point, Dave Malka has a glance off his stick. Fitz will slide it across. Aragon over the line. Left side, he's got 5 goals this season. He'll stop in the corner. He got knocked down by Lucas. As Cade Nelson avoided Mike McKee's check, but McKee divorced Nielsen from the puck. Lucas over the line. High slot. Righty shot goes wide. He didn't get much on it as he missed the net glove side. Lucas will loft it across. Tulsa runs it down. Canal will spin it behind Utah's net. Gathered by Grizzlies defenseman. I believe that's Andrew Nelson. 4:10 and counting left in the first. Utah leads 1-0 on Mick Messner's 10th of the year. Nielsen will move it to the right side for Lebster. Avoids a check as Lebster will nudge it ahead to center ice and dumping it in backhand styles. Luke Manning is a +4 in his last 3 games. As the puck turned over, as Lebster gets it towards Gallant, left side, righty shot, and that one goes wide. It might have gotten a piece of Boyko. 3:47 left in the first. Tulsa shovels it ahead to Petrick, who loses it, neutral ice. Gallant skates back in. The Western Michigan product stops on a dime, right point, before he lost the puck. Reed Petrick will move it to his left. Albrecht will race into the offensive zone with speed. Albrecht gets around a Grizzly defenseman towards the middle of the ice, gets held up. Puck slides slowly towards Barczewski, and he covers up. 3:30 left in the first. Draws give me the Grizzly zone. Speaking of specialty jerseys, looks like Tulsa is showing some of them. I'm really looking forward to fishing night on Saturday, February 15th. That's the Grizzlies' next specialty night. And in fact, in the next 6-game homestand, the Grizzlies will have 3 nights where they're wearing specialty jerseys. We mentioned fishing night on February 15th. And don't forget the Grizz Fight Cancer Weekend presented by Mountain Land Supply Company is going to be on Friday, February 21st, as well as Saturday, February 22nd. Off the draw, Tulsa fired wide as we're back to live action, although it's almost impossible to describe blow for blow what's happening here tonight. An Oiler loses his stick in the left wing. Yoon ahead towards Masher Donato. He'll race out to center ice. Second-year product Canisius. Steps over the line, moves it across as Fonstad fires towards the net. Saved by Boyko. He holds on with 3:06 left in the first. Boy, Fonstad's certainly been a beast offensively as of late. He had 6 goals in the recent completed 6-game homestand. He's got 6 goals in his last 7 games. Fonstad in his last 4 games has 16 shots on goal. So watch out for Cole Fonstad. He's got 8 points, 6 goals and 2 assists in his last 8 games. So Grizzlies have Dashke and Yoon on the ice. Offensive zone draw. Looks like Cole Fonstad's taking the face off. He's got Berg to his right and Masher Donato to his left. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Brian Yoon dangles back and forth. He's near the left corner. Yoon shuffles and now reverse field. Yoon gets towards Fonstad, who throws it back towards the left corner. It glanced off at his stick. Michael Farron will loft it. Dashke trying to get the bouncing puck to keep it in, but it goes over his stick. Yoon runs it down. He'll get it to Dashke at neutral ice. Dashke will skate towards the near side now, reverses field. Dashke towards the middle of the ice, will pedal towards his left. Derek Dashke, blue line to blue line feed, bounced off a Grizzly. Adam Berg chasing after it, and he got there about the same time as McNeely, who boxed out Bergie for the puck. Puck bounced off of Fonstad's stick. Berg runs it down. He's played a hard-working first period as Adam Berg. Over to Earn, who's trying to get it back towards Berg. Masher Donato gets it, right goal line. He gets thrown into the corner as he gets held up by McNeely. As Masher Donato gets hit along the boards. Grizzlies throw it to the right point. Earn gets pushed, and the Oilers will chip it out. Earn gloves it, bounces off his glove. As skating back in's Bakic, and he gets rocked by Lincoln Earn. As the puck goes out to neutral ice, Tulsa will throw it back into their own zone to reset the attack. Less than 2 minutes left in the first period. Utah leads 1-0 on Mick Messner's 10th of the year, with Briley Wood getting the lone assist. Neil Shea will drop it back for Cooper Jones. The Grizzlies spread the ice. Jones across towards Nielsen. Andrew, that is, over to Briley Wood. He races into the left wing with momentum. Wood to Shea. Shot saved by Boyko as Wood found Shea along the middle of the ice. Tulsa ices the puck, and the whistle blows with 1:31 left in the first. Boy, the Grizzlies had some momentum there. Briley Wood got to the left circle, centered it to Shea. Looked like Shea had a pretty good look, but he was denied by Talon Boyko. Boy, Neil Shea leads Utah with 17 goals this season. Feels like every time he's on the ice, he's a scoring threat. Shea at one point last season was a teammate with Lincoln Earn with the Newfoundland Growlers. Shea is almost coming up on where his goal total was last season with Newfoundland. He was there just about the entire season before the team folded. In fact, he had 18 goals in 64 games for the Growlers. He's already up to 17 goals through 26 games. Grizzlies have the puck right side as Messner tried to fire on net from the right point. That one's tipped away, and racing after the puck icing is going to be called as Cooper Jones got there before Mike McKee. And so Utah will have another offensive zone draw with 1:14 left in the first. In fact, 18 that Shea had with the Growlers is the most he had in his career. He had 15 goals for the Chicago Steel back in the 2018-2019 season. The most he had in a college year was 14 in 37 games with Sacred Heart University. Draw one by Tulsa. Connor Roulette will race the puck out to center ice. Roulette keeps it. He'll drag it towards his right. Oilers over the offensive line. They're trying to get it back towards Roulette. Arm is raised by the referee, and it's going to be a penalty on Utah. Somebody fired a shot from the right side. Barczewski makes a glove save. And it looks like it's going to be a Tulsa power play, which would be their second of the first period. Utah is 15 for 15 on the penalty kill over the last 4+ games. Andrew Nilsson, who leads the league in minor penalties, will go to the box. Didn't get to see the referee signal as to what Nielsen did, but he's going to serve. Grizzlies are hoping a full 2 minutes. That would mean a successful penalty kill. It's Andrew Nilsson wearing number 6. He had worn number 40 and 44 in previous stints with the Grizzlies. Last time he wore number 6 was in the American Hockey League. In fact, Nielsen has quite a bit of American Hockey League time, 258 games to be exact. He's got 21 goals and 64 assists in his AHL experience, which spanned from 2015 through 2023. Off the draw, there's a big scrum over on the right side. It's Dashke pushes Petrick. Yoon holds his ground. Fonstad looks nearby, as well as Mastrodonato. As Fonstad comes out of the pile with the puck, he'll race out to center ice shorthanded. Grizzlies have 3 shorthanded goals this season. Fonstad drops to Mastrodonato. Grizzlies throw it back into their own end. Utah at their line. Yoon fires it on to Boyko, who will kick it and keep the play alive. 26 seconds left in the first period. Utah's up 1-0. Boyko over the offensive line, left wing. He'll spin it around the boards. Now the puck's in the right corner. Grizzlies deliver a hit. Puck trickles towards Messner, and he'll clear it out. Mick Messner is an outstanding penalty-killing forward. Oilers back behind their net. 8 seconds left as the puck spins along the right wing boards. Grizzlies get it. Shea will skip it ahead. Grizzlies have a 2-on-1. Utah drops it left side. Shot to score! 0.8 seconds left in the first. And Derek Dashke gets his 9th of the year, and Utah takes a 2-0 lead. Boy, Messner is down the middle of the ice, chipped into a cutting Dashke in the left wing, and Derek knew what to do with it. He's been one of the best scoring defensemen in the league, and with less than a second left in the first period, Utah does their best Dylan Gunther impersonation and comes up clutch when the Grizzlies needed it the most. So puck's going to be dropped at center ice. That's the 4th shorthanded goal by Utah this season. And the Grizz will go to the locker room with all sorts of momentum. Mick Messner scored 11 minutes into the first period, 11:22 to be exact. Derek Dashke, 19:59 into the first period, 0.8 seconds left. He gets his 9th goal of the season. Mick Messner, who gets the primary assist, he delivered the pass to his left to Dashke. Neil Shea also gets an assist for Utah. So the Grizzlies get their 4th shorthanded goal this season, and they lead 2-0 after 1 period of play. We'll come back and recap the first 20 minutes, and it's a happy one. Grizzlies led 2-1 after the first period last night, and the Grizzlies light up the scoreboard for the second time here this evening. Grizzlies need to work hard for 60 minutes. Tulsa's the type of team, they're going to bring it for a full 60. If the Grizzlies do so themselves, they can come away on the winning end tonight. Jake Barczewski was outstanding in net. He stopped all 11 shots he saw, and the Grizzlies lead 2-0. We'll come back and recap the first period on the other side. Derek Dashke gets his first shorthanded goal in a Utah uniform. Grizzly 2-0 as Dashke scored with 0.8 seconds left in the first. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it or we'll replace it. No questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires because more warranty means less worry. And nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
It's the Grizzlies 2 and the Oilers 0. Boy, Derek Dashke dazzled the Grizzlies fans that are in attendance over at BOK Center, scoring shorthanded 19:59 into the first. Grizzlies held a shot advantage of 12-11 in the first period. It stayed a scoreless game until Mick Messner found the back of the net, 11:22 into the first. It really was a 3-on-3 as Utah entered the offensive zone. Briley Wood just kind of very patiently hung out in the high slot. Mick Messner was cutting towards Wood's right, and Wood just kind of lunged the puck ahead, and it was the perfect pass towards Messner, who got it and fired a backhand shot from the right wing over the left shoulder of Talon Boyko to give Utah a 1-0 lead. Messner joins the Grizzlies' double-digit goal-scoring club. Neil Shea's got 17 goals this season to lead the Grizzlies. Briley Wood has 13, and Mick Messner becomes the third Grizzly to have 10 or more on the season. Messner's goal was scored 11:22 into the first period. Briley Wood got the lone assist. I got to imagine there might be a second assist added to that. Unfortunately, we never did get to see more than one replay and didn't get to see what happened before Wood got the puck. It stayed a 1-0 game. Grizzlies did get 2 penalties in the first period. Cade Nilsson got a slashing minor, 3:34, and that was when the game was scoreless. And then Andrew Nilsson got a roughing minor, 18:59 in. And so Tulsa had the power play for the last minute and 1 second of the period. It seemed like Neil Shea made a hustle play in his own zone as he was able to get the puck towards Messner. Messner down the middle of the ice found Dashke cutting to his left. Messner just kind of tapped the puck towards the left wing. Dashke got in the circle, and he fired it past Boyko with 0.8 seconds left in the first period. So with less than 1 second left, it wasn't overtime like it was against the Philadelphia Flyers on Tuesday night when Dylan Gunther scored with less than a second left in overtime. But for the Grizzlies, they'll certainly take it on the buzzer beater as Dashke gets Utah's 4th shorthanded goal this season. Neil Shea had 2 shorties earlier in the year. Remember the Grizzlies' last homestand, if I remember right, that was last Saturday on Guns and Hoses night against Idaho. It was Cole Fonstad scoring shorthanded about 4:50 into the game. And obviously here with less than a second left in the first period, it was Derek Dashke getting his first shorthanded goal in a Utah uniform. Normally it's on power plays when we see Derek Dashke, who has 5 goals and 8 assists on Utah's power plays. Obviously the Grizzlies haven't had a power play yet, so we can say it's the 14th point that Utah that Dashke has had in special team situations. Dashke also has an overtime game winner, which came on November 16th against the Allen Americans. Of the 12 shots the Grizzlies had in the first period, Mick Messner has 2 shots. He already has a multiple-point game with 1 goal and 1 assist. Derek Dashke, 1 goal on 2 shots. And Lincoln Earn also has 2 shots through 1 period of play. 6 other Grizzlies have 1 shot, and that includes Yoon, who was very active in the first period, Reed Lebster, as well as Neil Shea, Cole Gallant, Cade Nielsen, and Cole Fonstad. For the Oilers, in their 11 shots, Michael Farron, the Oilers captain, leads the way with 3. Solog Bakic and Austin Albrecht each have 2 shots, and a few other Oilers with 1 shot through 1 period of play. So it's the Grizzlies 2 and the Oilers nothing. When we come back, we'll go over some other league scores in particular. We'll check in on those Mountain Division battles, and we'll also check in on the 5 NHL games tonight. The Oilers NHL affiliate, the Anaheim Ducks, are off this evening, but the Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, will do battle in about 15 minutes from now. We'll check in on the NHL scores and talk some hockey along the way. After 1 period, it's the Grizzlies 2 and the Oilers nothing, as Utah picked up first period goals from Mick Messner and Derek Dashke. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
After 1 period, Utah leads 2-0. Interesting fun fact about that shorthanded goal score by Derek Dashke, 1959 into the first period. That is the first shorthanded goal allowed by Tulsa this season. They were one of only 2 or 3 teams that had not allowed a shorthanded goal this season until now. So the Grizzlies have a 2-0 lead after 1 period, but they're going to have to play a full 60 minutes, as Tulsa is one of those teams. They'll certainly bring it for a full 3 periods. And after all, Tulsa over the last 2 periods last night scored 3 unanswered and defeated Utah 4-2. Other action in the league, a couple Mountain Division battles going on later tonight. Rapid City is at Idaho, and that should be an interesting one. Rapid City, if I remember right, got a standing point on Wednesday before Idaho won an OT. Steelheads have a record of 23-15-6 on the year. Rapid City has a record of 13-22-5-3. We're certainly keeping an eye on that series, as Idaho is the Grizzlies' opponent next week at BOK Center next Friday, Saturday, and then President's Day, which will be a 3:10 start on February 17th. We'll obviously talk more about the Grizzlies' upcoming homestand later on in this broadcast and throughout the remainder of the road trip. At 8:30, Adirondack will take on Tahoe in a non-divisional battle. The Wichita Thunder have a 4-0 lead over Allen late in the first period, as Wichita has gotten goals from 4 different players. Mikael Stenell, as well as Jake Wallen, Carroll, and Smith have also found the back of the net for the Thunder. Interestingly enough, Allen, though, has outshot Wichita 15-13. But Dylan Wells has been lit up like a Christmas tree, as he has only saved 9 of 13. That game is late in the first period, and Wichita leads 4-0. Other action, one other Mountain Division team in action. Halfway through the second period, Kansas City leads Cincinnati 1-0. Mavericks captain David Cotton scored 4:15 into the second period. That game is halfway through the second over at Heritage Bank Center, and Kansas City leads Cincinnati 1-0. Also halfway through 2 periods, Toledo and Fort Wayne are tied at 1. Fort Wayne is severely shorthanded. They're battling with just 15 skaters tonight, including 2 former Grizzlies, as Kabori Dunn and Kyle Mayhew are out there for Fort Wayne. Kabori Dunn wore number, what did he wear for the Grizzlies? I think maybe he was number 20 before Lincoln Erm. We do know that Kyle Mayhew is wearing number 47 for the Fort Wayne Comets this season. Those two are in there for Fort Wayne. Neither guy has a point so far. And Toledo and Fort Wayne are tied at 1 halfway through the second period. Bloomington and Savannah are tied at 2. One of the Bloomington goals was scored by former Oiler captain Eddie Matsushima. Cameron Buell has one minor penalty, and he also has one shot on goal. Buell's penalty was an interference minor 50 seconds into the second period. Bloomington and Savannah are tied at 2 halfway through the second period. Also halfway through the second, Greenville has a 2-1 lead over the Florida Everblades. Will Cranley is one of Florida's 2 goaltenders, but he is not in there tonight as Johnson is playing for the Everblades. Kyle Betts, the former Grizzlies, also in there for Florida. And it looks like Taron Weiser is back in the league as he is playing for the 3-time defending champion Florida Everblades. Betts has one shot on goal. Weiser doesn't have any shots as of yet. And Greenville leads Florida 2-1. That game halfway through the second period. Late second, Maine leads Norfolk 2-0. After 2 periods, Atlanta leads Worcester 2-1. It's also a 2-1 score after 2 periods as Iowa has a 1-goal lead over Kalamazoo. Trois Riviere leads Jacksonville 3-2. That game is also after 2 periods. No former Grizzlies in the scoring sheet as of yet in that game. Wheeling, after 2 periods, leads Indy 3-1. When we come back, we'll check in on those who are living the dream as there's 5 NHL games tonight. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. First intermission, Grizzly 2-0 as Derek Daschke scored shorthanded with 0.8 seconds left. It was the first shorthanded goal allowed by the Oilers this season. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
5 games in the National Hockey League. None have gone final as of yet. After 2 periods, Pittsburgh leads the New York Rangers 3-2. As Pittsburgh, hopefully Sidney Crosby won't be out too long. Looks like Adam Fox has one of the Rangers' goals. But Pittsburgh leads 3-2 after 2 periods. After 1 frame, Islanders lead the Jets 2-1. Halfway through the first period, Blackhawks have a 1-0 lead over the Nashville Predators. Getting underway in about 10 minutes from now, the Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, take on the Edmonton Oilers. Colorado's got a record of 32, 22-2 on the season. Edmonton is 34, 16-4. Getting underway at 8:30, the Dallas Stars are at the LA Kings. That's a pretty good Western Conference battle. Tomorrow afternoon at 11 o'clock, the Utah Hockey Club continues their road trip as they take on the Carolina Hurricanes. Utah is 23, 22-9 on the season. They certainly like to play the close games. Carolina is 32, 19-4 on the year. We mentioned Colorado. They play tonight. The Avalanche will not be in action tomorrow, but the Oilers NHL affiliate, the Anaheim Ducks, will be in action as they take on the LA Kings. Looks like Anaheim's playing some pretty good hockey. They've got a record of 23, 24-6 on the year, and they're certainly in the middle of a rebuild, but it looks like the Ducks are starting to play some good hockey. That should be an interesting one. And really, the Western Conference should be an interesting playoff race throughout the rest of the regular season. Obviously, the NHL is going to take a couple-week break for the Four Nations tournament, and that should be a ton of fun, especially if all 4 nations will put together the type of effort that I think everybody's hoping. And obviously, when you got international competition, you're going to get the best out of everybody, and so that should be an interesting one. But when we return to action, after a couple-week break, what's the playoff race going to look like in the Western Conference? Obviously, the Utah Hockey Club is up there. It looks like the Simba Cam's going on over at BOK Center. We'll have second period action in about 4 minutes of real time as the guy's holding his plate of nachos and considering that to be part of the Simba Cam. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. Think about it. Right now, you're looking at the 2 wild card spots. Colorado has the first wild card spot in the Western Conference with 61 standings points. Vancouver is in second with 61 standings points. They got the second wild card spot. Calgary right now is in the first spot outside of the playoff race with 59 standings points. Utah right now has 55 points. Blues have 53 points, and the Ducks have played good hockey as of late, as they are 5-4-1 over their last 10 games. And who knows, maybe Anaheim, if they become buyers at the trade deadline, they could find themselves in the playoff race towards the end of the season. Certainly the trade deadline, especially with the Western Conference wildcard race being as close as it looks like it's going to be, it'll be interesting to see who are buyers at the trade deadline. And it'll also be fascinating to see if Utah ends up as buyers at the trade deadline. Do they try to add some pieces and find a way to get to the postseason? So the NHL Western Conference race will certainly be fascinating. And obviously, for the first time, the Salt Lake market is part of an NHL playoff race. And that should certainly be fun over the last 2 months of the regular season. You've been listening to the first intermission report. Utah got first period goals from Mick Messner and Derek Dashke. Utah leads 2-0. And remember, Tulsa will be on the power play for the first 59 seconds of the second period. That certainly adds to some of the debate. We had mentioned it about 3 or 4 years ago before it started to become a mainstream topic. That sort of thought, is there going to be a rule change, or could there possibly be a rule change where if you score a shorthanded goal, you earn your right to get your player out of the penalty box? It's obviously not a rule that is in place now, but it's certainly something that could be in the near future. Certainly something that every year at the owners' meetings and at the rules committee meetings, something they certainly talk about. It wouldn't surprise me if a league like the ECHL adopts some sort of rule like that, just to experiment it with it during the regular season. Both teams are heading on the ice, and when we come back in 1 minute, we'll have second period action. Tulsa will be on the power play when we come back. It's the Grizzlies 2 and the Oilers nothing. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West, or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Now we're about set for second period action. The Tulsa mascot always looks like he's overly stressed. As a fan, we imagine that's a season ticket holder, rings an oversized bell. It looks like we're about set for second period action. It's interesting to think about the Grizzlies' penalty kill. As of a couple months ago, the penalty kill was at 52% on the season. Grizzlies are up to 72% on the penalty kill this year, and they are 15 for 15 on the PK leading up to this second half of Tulsa's power play. Grizzlies will start the second period with Keaton Mastrodonato, Cole Fonstad, and Derek Dashke, and somebody off the screen is also in there. We imagine that's Brian Yoon. Oilers win the draw, and it is Yoon. We guessed correctly. Yoon will dump it all the way into the Oilers zone. Grizzlies skate from right to left as we attempt to see the game on Flow Sports, but do be patient with us, as unfortunately we're missing some key details. Tulsa from left to right. Over to Farron, who steps over the offensive line. He gets around Mastrodonato. Farron strong with the puck. He'll spin it to the left point, and Oiler dives towards the boards to try to keep it in, but it goes out and deep into the Oilers zone. Tulsa is halfway through the second half of their power play. They'll be on the man advantage for about the next 30 seconds. Oilers cross center ice, step over the offensive line. They get towards the middle for Farron. He'll shuffle towards the left circle. He dances around, being shadowed by Yoon. Farron gets it up top, but the Grizzlies pick it off. Grizz, step over the offensive line. Mastrodonato skates towards the right side. Take a righty shot. Saved by Boyko. Mastrodonato on an impossible angle. Gets it blocked away by Boyko. Late in the power play, Tulsa steps over the offensive line. Albrecht trying to slide it towards Farron, and the Oilers are offside. Good job by Mick Messner and company, building a wall at Utah's blue line and forcing the Oilers to get around them, messing up the timing of the play. So there should be 4 seconds left in the Tulsa power play, as the Oilers look like they're preparing for life after the power play with their change. As Neil Shea's out there, along with Mick Messner, the captain. We believe Messner's taking the draw, and he is. As Grizz win the draw, Jones will get it across towards Wood, and Wood will slice it all the way towards Boyko. Andrew Nilsson's out of the box. It's a successful penalty kill by the Grizzlies. They're now 16 for 16 over their last 4+ games. Tulsa over the offense line gets around Cooper Jones. Jones drags down an Oiler, and it's going to be another power play as Cooper Jones was defending an Oiler who tried to get around him. Jones dragged him to the ice, and so the Oilers will get their third power play of the evening. So Cooper Jones get a 2-minute penalty. It's either a cross check or a hold, as Jones will sit for 2 minutes. 18:46 is left in the second period. Grizzlies still lead 2-0. We checked yesterday on Tulsa's stats, who's been scoring on their power play, and it's really been a balanced attack. Nobody has more than 3 or 4 power play goals on their squad. Michael Farron, who has 17 goals this season, only has 2 power play goals. Alec Butcher's got 3 power play goals, but Tulsa does get quite a bit of contributions from their defensemen on both their power play and 5-man units. Puck lifts out of play as Tulsa tried to get towards the right corner, and it lifted off the protective netting as Brian Yoon was battling with Solog Bakic, number 14. Bakic has 8 goals and a +12 rating this season. Bakic, a Dallas, Texas native, is a former Allen American. So draw's going to be over in the right circle here early in Tulsa's third power play of the game. Reed Petrick will crouch down. He'll take the draw, but the puck ricochets off the near boards. Tulsa gets it up top and out of the zone. As Grizzlies skating on breakaway, Fonstad, he'll fire a lefty shot, saved by Boyko, and he holds on as, the Grizzlies threw a home run pass that connected to Fonstad, who skated down the middle of the ice. We didn't get much of a good look at it. It looked like Boyko snatched it, and he holds on with 18:21 left in the second. Utah with 1 shorthanded goal already, and Fonstad came pretty close to a second. They show a replay. Fonstad just fired it right into Boyko's glove. I think Fonstad, it went low on Boyko. Obviously, Boyko, a taller goaltender at 6'7". He probably thought that Boyko would raise his glove, thinking that Fonstad would go up high. So draws over in the right circle in the Oilers zone. Tulsa wins the draw. Utah skates leading 2-0. Grizzlies have been outstanding here in the first 22 minutes of play. Tulsa gets out to center ice. Farron will push to his left. Oilers over the line. They try to drop it back for Farron. Utah gets it, and they'll clear it out. Grizzlies will get a fresh forward on the ice as Messner comes off. Tulsa will skate from left to right. Shea's nearby as Tulsa will get it out to the left wing. Now they step over the line. Tulsa will get it over towards the left corner as Albrecht around Utah's net. He'll slide it towards the right side as Dougie LeBron pitches across. Tulsa fires a changeup from the left wing. Barczewski makes a save. And, we got the gloves dropped. We got a fight as, somebody was really going after it. It's Cade Nilsson, or actually it's Cade Jensen in a fight as he's dragging it out with, I think that's Michael Farron. It is, and Jensen drags Farron to the ice. Farron aggressively dropped his gloves, and Cade Jensen obliged as Jensen had the audacity to try to protect his goaltender. Farron trying to get a dirty, greasy goal, obviously, and Jensen doing what he can to make sure that nobody touches Jake Barczewski. As Jensen talking it over with the linesman, as Farron dropped his gloves first and kind of almost forced Jensen to drop his. Jensen doing a little bit of politicking with linesman Kyle Gaspari, as I think he's hoping the Grizzlies get a power play out of it. Now Jensen's checking to make sure that both penalties will offset as Jensen joins Cooper Jones in the Grizzlies penalty box. So Utah will be down to 4 defensemen for the next minute. As Cade Jensen and Michael Farron dropped the gloves after the whistle. It looked like Barczewski had made a save on kind of a changeup from the left side. And really, for the Grizzlies, obviously, you're facing a team in Tulsa that likes to get those dirty, greasy goals and get out in front and play a bit of a gritty style. And for the Grizzlies, you got to pay that price out in front of your own net at times. They dropped the gloves. Farron got in 2 quick rights, then a third right behind Jensen's head. Jensen held his ground. And then Jensen wrestled around with Farron as they show the replay of the fight. And then Jensen was able to get a couple right body shots in on Farron's right hip And then Jensen got one punch in on Farron's right side and dragged him to the ice. So Farron looked like he got about the first 2 or 3 good blows, and then Jensen responded with 2 or 3 good ones on his own. So Cade Jensen and Michael Farron, we believe each get 5 minutes for fighting, as the Oilers will keep a 5-on-4 power play for about the next minute. They don't have the time of the power play left on the scorebook. I mean, why would they? It's an important stat to keep. Jones's holding minor was 1:14 into the second. So that was with 18:46 left. So it looks like there's 56 seconds left in the Tulsa power play. Drosky in the left circle, we believe. Oilers power play this season is at 20.7%. Drop is actually an offensive zone one for Utah, it looks like, as Tulsa back in their own zone. As the draw somehow was in the Oilers zone. Maybe there was an extra 2 minute. We're not really sure. I think we're going to skate 4-on-4. It looks like Farron got an extra roughing minor. Oilers skate in 4-on-4. Shot saved by Barczewski. He holds on, 17-18 left in the second. So it's not a 5-on-4 power play. It's 4-on-4. 17-18's left in the second. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. And so after Jones comes out of the box, in about 30 seconds or so, the Grizzlies will have a power play of their own. And that would be Utah's first power play of the game. Gallant will take the draw. He's out there with Neil Shea. Andrew Nilsson, one of 2 defensemen out there. As draw one cleanly by Gallant. As Utah will start the attack. As Neil Shea skates around Barczewski's net. Utah leads 2-0 about 3 minutes in. He flies into the offensive zone. Skates towards the right wing. Stops on a dime. Feeds up top to Yoon. Across to Andrew Nilsson, who winds and fires lefty shots. Gloved away by Boyko. And he snatched it shoulder high, and he holds on. Whistle blows with 16:58 left in the second. Boy, Shea's got explosive quickness. He just got into the offensive zone with ease. Veered off to the right. Got it up top to Yoon. Across to Andrew Nilsson. Boy, Nilsson got all of a slap shot from the left point. But Boyko snatched it and held on. As Grizzlies really have moved the puck around pretty well here so far. Fonstad will take the drives out there with Mastrodonato. Nilsson and Yoon stay out there on the ice for the Grizzlies. So here in a few seconds, once Jones comes out of the box in about 12 seconds, Utah will have a power play. Draw goes all the way back towards Barczewski. He'll spin it around the wall as Nilsson will move it ahead. Fonstad crosses center ice. Now Fonstad stops near the Grizzlies bench. He'll slide it back as Jones is out of the box, and the Grizzlies start a power play, which is their first of the night. Utah is 20.1% on the power play this season, which is 12th best in the league. Mastrodonato over the line. He'll skate towards the left corner. As he'll retreat the puck, he'll chip it from one corner to the other. As Boyko loses his balance, Mastrodonato throws it up top. Grizzlies get it back to the left wing for Mastrodonato. Up top to Dashke, who's got a goal tonight, 9 on the season. He'll move it to the right side. He'll back up top to Dashke, who leads Utah with 5 power play goals. Dashke over to the right side. Grizzlies dance around. It's an abbreviated power play. Utah to Mastrodonato on the left wing. He'll direct it back towards Dashke. High slot, lefty shot. And that one deflects out of play. Might have gotten off the stick of Justin McAlin, who was about 10 feet in front of Dashke. 16:05 left in the second period. It's still 2-0 Utah. McMaster will take the drives out there with Lebster, Fonstad, and Mastrodonato. Dashke stays on the ice as Utah's lone defenseman. Nobody has scored so far in the second period. Utah does have a second period goal in 24 of their last 29 games. Messner will win the draw as Dashke will move it to the right side. The only way I knew that is everybody turned their head to the right point. Over to Dashke to Mastrodonato. One-timer is blocked by McKee, and the puck trickles all the way into the Grizzlies zone. Dashke runs down the loose puck, and he will slice it towards the penalty box area as Grizzlies over the offensive line. As a Grizzly player comes sprawling onto the ice, and that was Messner. 15:45 left in the second. Looks like McKee might be out of the box, and we're skating 5-on-5. Draw's going to be at neutral ice, as we believe the Grizzlies were called for offsides. Sometimes you got to put the pieces together kind of blindly. There was a pass that Dashke made to the right point. The only way we knew that the puck was on the right side is everybody turned their head to the right wing. Utah leads 2-0. We're having some fun here on a Friday night. After all, if we're not going to laugh, we're going to end up crying here pretty soon. Utah wins the draw. Nielsen dangles back and forth. It's certainly been a good one so far for Utah. Nielsen dumps it towards Aragon, but an Oiler got a piece of it, and that was Lucas. Grizzlies try to find Cade Nielsen out in front of the net, but the Oilers will tap it away. As Tulsa regains the line left side, Oilers try to brush it back towards McKee. Grizzlies clear it back to center. As Tulsa, normally a team that takes about 36 shots per game, they're just about on average of that. Grizzlies cross center ice. Tulsa trips them up. It's going to be an Oiler penalty as Grizzlies intercepted a cross-ice pass to the left wing, and a Grizzly hit the ice. Tulsa tripped him up, so it looks like Utah's going to get a 2-minute power play with 15:12 left in the second. Looks like Zach Reynolds is talking about the Dash Auction app, and after all, Grizzlies will have 3 specialty jerseys coming up in the next homestand, and to get those specialty jerseys, those game-worn jerseys, that's right, go to the Dash Auction app. That's where they'll be. There's going to be a lot of other special items that will be on the Dash Auction app as well. That's going to be coming up over the next couple weeks as the Grizzlies start a 6-game homestand on Valentine's Day against the Idaho Steelheads. Messner's out there with Masher, Donato, and Lebster, and Utah wins the draw. It looks like the linesman says, my bad, we'll do it over again. Solak Backage is taking the draw for the Oilers. It's 2-0 Grizzlies, 15:10 left in the second period. Justin McGalian got a high sticking minor, 4:46 in, so that's why Utah's got a power play. So draw won by the Oilers, and they will loft it all the way deep into the Grizzlies zone. Barcheski races all the way to the right corner, and he'll drop it for Dashke. Grizzlies skate from right to left as we see it on Flow Sports. As Grizzlies back in their own zone, get across center ice, Utah over the offensive line. The Maestro will moving out towards Shea, left side shot. And that one misses wide. Actually, it was Fonstad on the left side taking the shot. Fonstad takes the puck. He's in the left wing. And he'll throw it to the high slot back towards Fonstad, who pitches to the left corner. Back to Fonstad, who dances around. He'll get towards a high slot back to Fonstad, left wing. Fonstad skates towards a circle, stops, reverses his field. He'll throw it back to Dashke, high slot. Lefty shot's blocked. Puck goes back to Fonstad, over to Dashke, who slides to his right. I think that's Lebster. Over to Dashke, who moves to Fonstad, left wing. Fonstad toe drag shot is blocked as the puck rolls back to Dashke. High slot, Dashke fires towards the net wide. As Messner gets off the end boards, over to Masher Donato, right wing. The Maestro takes a righty shot, and that's blocked before it got to Boyko. As the Oilers will get the puck over in the near circle, and they'll kick it all the way out towards Barcheski. As we got 14 minutes even in the second. Clock continues to run. Grizzlies get it to Dashke, who's played a ton of minutes tonight. It's his second full season as a pro. Utah over to Fonstad, left wing, crossing center ice over the line. He'll drop it for Berg. Berg will shuffle towards the corner. He gets cut off, and the Oilers will clear it out. Grizzlies finish up a line change. It's Barcheski behind his net. We'll clear it off the near wing boards. Grizzlies skate back around Barcheski's net in a black jersey. Berg in the area. Yoon is quarterbacking the power play unit. Grizzlies race out to center ice. Shea's double shifted as he'll step over the line, get it to Berg, left wing. Berg, lefty shot, saved by Boyko. He holds on with 13:22 left in the second. Boy, Shea can get from one blue line to the other in about 1.5, just like a blur, almost like he's Luis Mendoza from D2 of the Mighty Ducks. He gets over the offensive line, found an open Berg in the left wing, but Bergie fired it right into Boyko's body around the Oiler jersey, the Oiler logo in the front of his white jersey. Here late in the power play, the exact time I'd have to do some complicated math. I think we don't have much time left on the power play. Gallant will take the draw. He wins it. Brian Yoon will shuffle towards the high slot, and he'll pitch it to Wood, who's got one assist tonight. Wood over to Yoon on the left side. He fakes a one-timer. Yoon fires towards the net. It goes wide. Stick side on Boyko. As the Oilers will spin it along the far wing. As looks like McCalian's out of the box. As Grizzlies are 0 for 2 on the power play officially. As Tulsa's Alec Butcher, right side. He tried to find a cutter out in front of the net. Pass goes wide of the mark. As the Oilers over in the left wing. in the offensive zone. Grizzlies 2-on-2 battle in the corner as Tulsa will skate towards the left point. McKee stops. He'll throw it back to the corner that was vacated as Wood back behind his net. Gallant over there as well as Tulsa chips it back towards the left point. Oilers dance around. That's Connor Roulette, we believe. He tried to fire on net and fanned on it. Now Roulette will roll it on to Barchescu, covers up as Roulette's a pretty skilled forward. He couldn't get around Andrew Nilsson. Barchescu covers up. 12:29 left in the second period. It's still the Grizzlies 2 and the Oilers nothing. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it or we'll replace it. No questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires because more warranty means less worry. And nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
12 minutes and 29 seconds are left in the second period. It's the Grizzlies 2 and the Oilers nothing. Utah has outshot Tulsa 6-3 so far in the second period. Both teams have been pretty strong in the penalty kill unit. Tulsa's 0-3, Utah's 0-2. We believe we're skating 5-on-5. Draw's going to be over in the right circle. Cade Nilsson will take it for the Grizzlies. He's out there with Aragon and Dylan Fitz. Reed Petrick scored the game winner for Tulsa, will take the draw. And now Nielsen's kicked out of the circle. Aaron Aragon doesn't know why, but now he's going to take the draw. Dropping the puck will be Chuck Schammel, the linesman. Drop one by Tulsa as they'll feed it towards the right point. Lucas fires towards the net, and it glanced off a Grizzlies stick and flies out of play as a fan will come away with a souvenir frozen vulcanized rubber disc. Looking forward to the next homestand at Maverick Center. 6 games, including 3 nights where the Grizzlies are wearing specialty jerseys. I'm really looking forward to fishing night. We saw what the jersey looks like, although I hear the rest of the outfit the Grizzlies will be wearing that night will be special as well. As Tulsa gets it, high slot, and you had to be there to figure out where the shot ended up. As Tulsa gets it back, left point, that shot goes wide of the mark as well. As the Grizzlies get it out to Fitz at center ice. Fitz right wing, dangles, steps over the offensive line, chips it ahead. Aragon chases after it. He's trying to get it back towards Fitz. Puck slides towards the near wing wall. Fitz overpowers an Oiler as Cade Nilsson reverses it back to the right point. Cooper Jones spins it to the right corner. Puck behind Tulsa's net as Fitz gets cut off. Puck to the left point. Nilsson throws to the middle of the ice. Back to Cade Nilsson. Left side trying to find Jones cutting towards the net. And he goes wide. Andrew Nilsson races back into the Grizzlies zone. I think I just ate a fly or something. My voice just cracked for a second. Over to Andrew Nilsson to Aragon. Back towards Nilsson. Andrew Nilsson will roll it along the boards. It's actually Luke Manning that's out there with Gallant and company. Reed Lebster gets the puck, and so he'll get it to his left for Manning, who steps over the line. Manning shuffles towards the corner, stops, reverses back towards the left point. Manning throws to the spot he vacated for Lebster, who skates around Tulsa's net. He loses it. Oilers will tap it off the glass and lift the puck over Dashke. Grizzlies get it back. Brian Yoon ahead to center ice. Grizzlies cross center. Lebster's got underrated speed. Dumps it in for Gallant off his stick. As the Oilers lose the puck in the right point. Grizzlies stop. Lebster is quicker than you think. Over to Yoon. Right side. He fires a righty shot that goes wide. Dashke fakes a shot. Stops in the left corner. And he'll spin it back around. And the puck goes out of the zone. As it's run down by Brian Yoon, who's an outstanding skater. He'll move it across the left side for Dashke, who we believe got a piece of it. Grizzlies are able to fit in a full line change as we're close to the halfway point of this scheduled 60-minute affair. Utah got a first period goal from Mick Messner, 11:22 in, and then Derek Dashke scored shorthanded with 0.8 of a second, and nobody has scored here so far in the middle frame. Grizzlies, last we checked, it outshot Tulsa 6-3 in the second period. Utah has the puck 10-10 and counting left in the second. As Utah, somebody off the screen, will try to step over the offensive line. Berg gets it taken away. Tulsa over the offensive line, skating towards the right wing as McCallion over there as he nudged a Grizzly. Puck goes back towards the right wing boards. John Olsen tried to move it to the right circle. It's picked off by Dashke. Dashke will get it to the right wing. Grizzlies over the line with momentum. Righty shot, and that's blocked away by Boyko. Puck moves back into the Grizzlies zone as Utah gets the puck. And I believe that's Cade Jensen back after serving a fighting major as he fought Michael Farron. He'll move it to the right side. Grizzlies will saucer it in deep. And looks like the arm is raised by a linesman. That might have been for a delayed offside as we continue to play on. 9:19 and moving here in the second period. Utah still leads 2-0. Oilers have won 5 in a row. They'll move it out to center ice. And that long-range pass doesn't connect for Poulsen. Grizzlies will tap it back to center ice. Dougie Legrone will push it back into his own zone. Right wing feed out to Poulsen connects. Poulsen moves over to the left side. Lefty shot. And that one goes wide as they miss the net trying to go high on Barcheski. Tulsa retreats after the puck at their line as Tulsa gets to Bakic. Right wing, the Dallas natives slice it along the boards. Lincoln Earn in his Grizzlies debut will move it ahead. Grizzlies chip it out to center ice. Utah chasing after it. Mick Messner gets the puck. The captain throws to the middle of the ice for Briley Wood, who got on one knee before he lost his bounce, was firing towards the net, and it's blocked. Shea behind the net. Gets in the way of a broken stick. Puck to the right point. Jones has it tap off his stick. He'll retreat and get it at center ice. He'll backhand it to Andrew Nelson, who moves it ahead to Wood. Back towards Jones. Jones will chip it to his right. Grizzlies over the offensive line. Utah gets hit in the side by Roman Canals, a big 6'2 defenseman. As over in the right point, Cade Nilsson trying to break free of a double team. He gets held up by Butcher as the Oilers come out of the pile with the puck. Tulsa skating from left to right. 8 minutes left in the second period. Ahead to the right wing, Cosentini drops it for Poulsen, who's been a long-time league player. He was in the league since the 2017-2018 season. Poulsen gets it back. Left wing, righty shot. Saved by Barcheski. Jake holds on with 7:50 left in the second. There's a timeout on the ice. Utah leads 2-0. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Second of a 3-game series. Utah leads 2-0. Tulsa got a 4-2 victory last night. Both teams will meet again tomorrow evening. Same time, same channels. 5:50 pregame show, 6:05 face-off. Luckily, the Grizzlies are off on Sunday for the Super Bowl. Normally, Tulsa plays a Sunday home game, but the Sunday game obviously has moved up to Thursday. And so that's why the Grizzlies played a rare Thursday game. Utah wins the draw in their own zone. They get it out towards Luke Manning. It glanced off of him. Lepster at the Tulsa line as it glanced off his stick. Tulsa with a rink-wide feed that goes to the left side. Grizzlies will push it ahead to the left wing. Lepster over the offensive line. And when I say the puck's been off the screen more than it's been on, I'm not exaggerating. Tulsa has the puck. Any long-range pass were absolutely hopeless at this point. As Manning will move it ahead about 5 feet. Grizzlies over the line. Gallant will skeet towards his right. High slot. He fires towards the net. And that one's blocked, we think. To the left wing. Grizzlies get towards Manning. He gets cut off as he was looking for a one-time chip. As Tulsa lose the puck at the Utah line. Grizzlies will nudge it ahead. As Utah over the offensive line. As Grizz in the corner get up top to Nilsson. He'll fire lefty shot, and that's blocked about where Manning was. Nilsson gets it back. Lefty shot. Saved by Boyko. Is actually Dashke that fired away. Boyko makes the stop on a glove save with 6:50 left in the second. Dashke and Nilsson, you get them over in the point. Similar sized guys, and they got pretty similar lefty shots. Dashke scored with 0.8 of a second left in the second period. Andrew Nilsson came up big for the Grizzlies last night with 1 goal and 1 assist. Nilsson's on the ice now with Cooper Jones. Cole Fonts now will take the draw. He's got Berg to his left and Masher Donato to his right. As a draw won by Tulsa, Doogie Legrone, who was once a Grizzly, played in 1 game to start his pro career in the 2018-2019 season. As the Oilers move it ahead, as Ladigan, left side, righty shot, saved by Barcheski. He holds on. Daniil Ladigan has 3 assists in 15 games, still looking for his first goal as he fired away from the left wing as the Oilers entered the offensive zone with momentum. But Barcheski made the stop, and he's been outstanding so far. Looks like the fans are having a good time over at BOK Center. A lot of people wearing those Shoresy jerseys. That seems to be a popular jersey in every professional hockey arena. Looks like one fan's proud to wear his. For fishing night, I know I would probably, that's probably the one specialty jersey I'm thinking about getting. Grizzlies fishing jersey. I'm not sure which player I'd get, probably which one I can afford. Off the draw, Tulsa lefty shot saved by Barcheski. He holds on. That shot was taken by Austin Albrecht, who's got 7 goals this season. And I would get one of those fishing jerseys, except for I spent my entire life savings on a Jack McBain jersey earlier today. So I need some help. Anybody's got a few $100 to bid on one of those fishing jerseys for me, hey, help me out any way you can. Draws give me the left circle once again. Utah still leads 2-0. Now off the draw again. Albrecht fires towards the net. Barcheski makes the save. Boy, twice off a draws, puck went towards Albrecht, and twice Jake Barcheski denies him. Boy, Albrecht had his resume and demo tape all ready to go. He fired it in, sent the email, sent the attachments, and his application had been rejected by Barcheski. Utah talks things over as Briley Wood, in conversation with Neil Shea. Mick Messner will take the draw. Messner, Luke Manning, Cole Gallant, those are the guys that will probably take some of the big face-offs for Utah. As a draw won by Tulsa, they'll nudge it to the left point. As the Oilers spin it back behind Utah's net. Tulsa dance around Ladigan. We'll look for a wraparound. That goes wide. Now shot. Barcheski dives. And I think he made a great save as Austin O'Rourke blows the whistle. Boy, we never did get much of a look on the Tulsa shot, but Barcheski was laying in the crease, and he was on his stomach. And I imagine Jake Barcheski just robbed an Oiler with 6:19 left in the second. Boy, hopefully we'll get to see a replay. We didn't get to see a good look at it the first time. Looks like Jake Barcheski has made one highlight save after another, and he's been perfect knock on wood so far. Don't want to jinx just in case anybody cares about those sort of things. Grizzlies win the draw, and they will loft it ahead towards Neil Shea. Shea gets the puck, and he will slice it in deep into the Oilers zone, but the puck must have deflected out of play as everybody stopped skating with 6:10 left in the second. And it's kind of fun, especially with first-year pros, as Zach Reynolds, the Tulsa broadcaster, just texted and said, wow, some good saves, as Jake Barcheski's been on point here so far. So draw's going to be at neutral ice, as Messner will take it, but it's Tulsa that wins the faceoff. Boy, Tulsa's won a few faceoffs here in the last few minutes. As they dump it in, puck goes to the right corner. Utah holds their ground. Does Cade Jensen. Grizzlies come out with the puck. Utah crosses center ice, steps over the offensive line. Wood stops in the right point, waits for everybody else to enter. Tulsa will tap it back to center ice. Grizzlies near the center ice logo. Will throw it back into their own zone. Cade Jensen moves it across to Lincoln Earn in his Grizzlies debut. He had 2 first-period shots. He'll dump it in as Messner will come off the ice. Tulsa will kick it ahead. Puck goes deep into the Grizzlies zone, and icing is on the Oilers with 5:32 left in the second. With Barcheski being a first-year pro, and we see it with a lot of guys who are in their rookie seasons, and we've seen it over the years where that's part of the fun of being a Grizzlies fan, is seeing those players make the improvement from month to month to week, from game to game, and we've seen that with Jake Barcheski, and we've seen it with quite a few other Grizzlies first-year pros there, whereas the season's gone on, they have really developed nicely. It's been fun to see the progression of Jake Barcheski, and this is his first full season as a pro. Utah wins the draw. Cade Nelson, left side, lefty shot. And a glove saved by Boyko, who snatched it about shoulder high. 5:27 left in the second period. We believe there's a timeout on the ice. Utah leads Tulsa 2-0 as Jake Barcheski's been dazzling in net for the Grizz. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it or we'll replace it. No questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires because more warranty means less worry. And nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
5 minutes and 27 seconds are left in the second period. Jake Barcheski has stopped all 21 shots he has seen. Utah still leads 2-0. Mick Messner scored 11:22 into the first period, with Briley Wood getting the assist, and then Derek Dashke, with 0.8 seconds left in the first, scored his 9th of the year. He is now 5th among all league defensemen with goals, and he also breaks a team tie with Johnny Fairbrothers, currently playing in Slovakia, for the team lead amongst defensemen. As Messner and Shea got the assist there, Utah wins the draw. Shots been pretty close to even. In fact, Tulsa has a 21-20 edge in the shot count. As the puck goes to the left point, Dashke will get it towards Fitz. He'll fire towards the net. It goes wide. Puck to the right side. Yoon across to Dashke, who spins it to the middle of the ice. As Aragon fires towards the net, Boyko makes the save. Boy, Fitz was out in front trying to redirect it. Puck went all the way towards Boyko, who kind of slid towards his left and made a sprawling save to keep it a 2-0 game. Boy, good passing by the Grizzlies. Oh, you know what happened? We didn't get a good look at it. But the Aragon shot bounced off of Boyko, and Fitz had a great chance out in front of the net. Fitz shoveled it towards the net, and Boyko, robbed Dylan Fitz of an opportunity for his 7th of the year. So it looks like both goaltenders have been on point here so far in the second period, as both Boyko and Barcheski have made some highlight saves. Draw on the left wing. Oilers zone is won by Tulsa as Lucas skates behind his net. He's got 20 games of AHL experience this season with San Diego. That's the Oilers AHL affiliate. As Tulsa skates towards the right side, as Olsen takes a spill, Luke Manning comes out of the pile, get it towards Dashke, drops it back for Manning. He'll take a lefty shot, and that one's blocked by a Tulsa stick, we believe. Yoon gets spun around on the right point. Tulsa will brush it ahead towards the Utah line. Oilers get around Dashke. Puck slides towards Barcheski and past him towards the end boards. As Dashke in the right corner gets hit in the back by Michaelian. As Lebster holds his ground, 2-on-2 battle in the corner. Puck reverses back to the left side. Grizzlies will nudge it out to center, looking for Manning, who gets spun around. Tulsa will chip it back in. Oilers make a full line change. Getting the loose puck is Brian Yoon. His quick cross-ice pass connects to Gallant, who skates down the middle. Toe drag, righty shot, saved by Boyko. Rebound goes towards the left wing wall. Grizzlies skate from right to left during the period. Jones fires wide from the slot. Grizzlies trying to get it up top to Nielsen, and it's taken away. As Tulsa crosses center ice, they spread the ice, and they'll lunge it in, looking for Ladigan, and it's picked off by Lebster. Grizzlies get it back towards Lebster. Less than 4 minutes left in the second period. So he'll move it to his right. Berg over the line. He skates towards the corner. Berg stops on a dime. Regains the puck. He'll feed it up top. Right point. Grizzlies get it towards Jones. One-timer is blocked. Boy, Tulsa's known for blocking shots. They blocked a few here so far tonight. Over on the right side, Grizzlies trying to yank the puck away. And it goes towards the point. Tulsa takes it away. And they'll nudge it ahead to the Utah line. Oilers get it. We think that's Ladigan. He'll try to get it to Albrecht down the middle of the ice. Pass goes wide of the mark, and it exits out to neutral ice. Oilers back in their own zone, skating from left to right here in the period. Through a hot pass to Dougie Legrom. who's in his third season with Tulsa. Second stint over to Tyler Polson. Oilers in a white helmet tonight. White jersey mostly with red numbers. Skate towards left point. Legrone sporting a beard. Polson in the area as Polson drops it for Bakic, who fires somebody off the screen. Left corner, Oilers. Skate in, Michael Farron. Got it nudged away from him. Shot from the slot goes wide. You try saying that fast 5 times. Grizzlies nudge it ahead. Mastrodonato gets it right circle. Righty shot. And, boy, that one misses as Boyko might have gotten it with his right pad. As now Mastrodonato, who's still kicking himself over the missed opportunity. Still 2-0 Utah. Berge over the line, but he'll skate off. Tulsa will cross center ice. Grizzlies back defensively. Tulsa moves to the right side over the offensive line. Tough angled shot saved by Barcheski. Puck back to neutral ice as the Oilers' Anthony Costantini drives it back in. He's got 13 assists, no goals in 38 games. Grizzlies will move it ahead. Rink wide feed connects to the right side. They get it towards Briley Wood. Wood trying to get it to Shea out in front. Too many Oilers in the way, 2 in particular. As Wood skips to the left point, it's taken by Tulsa. McKee will move it to his left. Oilers over the line. Alec Butcher dumps it in. Bakic stops in the left wing, trying to fire on net, and that one's kicked away. Jensen in the area. Jensen literally kicks it towards neutral ice. Grizzlies get it. 1-on-3, Utah crosses center ice. Shea dumps it in. He comes off the ice after a hard-working shift as the Oilers will tap it off the far boards. As Grizzlies try to nudge it towards the center ice logo, taking its big Mike McKee. He's 6'5", 240 pounds. He gets back checked and gets the puck taken away from him. 1-on-3, Utah over the line. Spin move to the right circle. As cutting him off is McNeely, who's a +2 last night. He holds up a Grizzly, and the whistle blows with 1:19 left in the second. Boy, Grizzly was looking for a spin move over on the right side, and Cade McNeely shut the door on him. McNeely, 2 assists, was a +3 for Tulsa in last night's game. Looks like at BOK Center, you can buy all sorts of special Oilers jerseys. The red, white, and blue one certainly looks like a colorful one. Once again, I'm really looking forward to fishing nights. We're looking for donations specifically so I can afford one of those specialty jerseys, because I got to imagine the bid on the Dash auction app is not going to come in cheap. I think that's going to be a very, very highly anticipated jersey. And I know that's going to be one that's going to be tough to get, as even the cheap jerseys are going to be bidded on quite a bit. It's still 2-0 Utah. Nobody has scored here so far in the second frame. Grizzlies with an offensive zone draw as Messner will take it. Looks like the Grizzlies are on a power play as there's only 4 Oilers on the ice. So it looks like I imagine McNeely got a holding penalty as the Grizzlies were looking for a spin move on the right side. Dash get a Mastrodonato left wing. He'll dance around, get it back to Dash. Utah definitely is on a power play. Over to Fonstad. He's on the right side. That might be Shea. As Fonstad dances around, gets it towards Dashke. Back to the right wing. Fonstad skates towards the right circle. Stops, dangles back and forth. Fonstad will move it in front of the net to Messner, who keeps hacking away on Boyko. But it looks like Tulsa and their goaltender, Taran Boyko, has held on with 46.9 seconds left in the second. Talon Boyko has an NHL contract with the New York Rangers. Even though Tulsa is affiliated with the Ducks, Boyko came over from the AHL's Hartford Wolfpack. He's not appeared in any games with Hartford. Last year, he played in 26 games with the Cincinnati Cyclones and had an .888 save percentage. Boyko's just 22 years old, out of Drumheller, Alberta. He was drafted in the 4th round by the Rangers in 2021. Grizzlies still on the power play. Messner will take the drawings out there with Mastrodonato and Lebster. Tulsa wins the draw, and they'll helicopter it all the way towards Barcheski, who plays behind his net, and he'll drop it for Derek Dashke, who's quarterbacking this power play unit. Dashke will move it to his right. Grizzlies get to neutral ice. Now they'll chip it back. Utah races across center ice. Mastrodonato over to Fonstad, who gets to Messner left wing. Messner over the line, trying to get back towards Fonstad, who gets cut off in the left corner. 3-on-3 scrum, left corner, which is on the near side. Grizzlies skate from right to left. 16 seconds left in the period. Tulsa's hoping time can run fast. As Fonstad comes out of the pile, he'll reverse it back to the right point. Nobody was home. Grizzlies have to skate back in. 6 seconds left. Fonstad over the line to Dashke. He'll pitch it to his right. Grizzlies skate in. Righty shot is blocked Now Utah trying to get towards Messner at the buzzer, and time runs out for Utah as it'll be a 2-0 game after 2 periods. Nobody scored in the second period. It's the third straight game where the Grizzlies have not scored a second period goal, which is certainly rare for them. But Utah does maintain a 2-0 lead, and the Grizz will be on the power play to start the third period. Jake Barczewski's been outstanding in net. Talon Boyko has also been pretty good on the Tulsa side. We'll come back and recap the first 40 minutes of play, and we'll also go over some league scores and check in on the 5 NHL games, including the one featuring the Colorado Avalanche, the Grizzlies NHL affiliate. After 2 periods, Grizzlies have a 2-0 lead. Utah so far this season, knock on wood, is perfect. When leading after 2 periods this season, the Grizzlies are 10-0. We'll come back and talk some hockey on the other side. A hard-working first 2 periods of play as Utah's looking to end Tulsa's 5-game winning streak. It's the Grizzlies 2 and the Oilers nothing. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
After 2 periods over at BOK Center, Utah leads 2-0. I'm Tyson Whiting, hanging out the Grizz Cave next to the Grizzlies team store. There's some pro volleyball action happening at Maverick Center both tonight and tomorrow. There's actually going to be 2 volleyball games at Maverick Center tomorrow. Get your tickets at maverickcenter.com and enjoy some of that action. Pro volleyball is here at Maverick Center this weekend. Grizzlies took a 1-0 lead as Mick Messner got his 10th of the year. It was 11:22 into the first period and really demonstrated the great patience of Briley Wood. As Wood stepped over the offensive line, stopped in the high slot, waited for Messner to cut towards the net. Wood's pass ahead was perfect towards Messner, who got the puck in the right wing. He fired a backhand shot past Boyko as Messner became the 3rd Grizzly to score 10 or more goals this season. Briley Wood picked up the assist, and hey, if you got Mick Messner as your pick to click tonight, you might be a winner. Obviously, he's the early leader in the clubhouse. If you think about it, Messner, Melissa ended up picking Mick Messner tonight. That's certainly a good pick. You can pick a goaltender, and Jake Barczewski so far has been outstanding. He has stopped all 23 he has seen. Utah picked up a penalty late in the first period as Andrew Nilsson got a roughing minor, 18:59 in, and exactly halfway through Tulsa's power play, Neil Shea, with a really good hustle play in his own zone, got the puck, moved it to Messner down the middle. Messner chipped it hit to his left for a cutting Dashke who had all sorts of momentum. Dashke got the puck in the left circle, and he fired it past Boyko with 0.8 seconds left in the first period. Officially, it's listed as 19:59 in the box score as Dashke gets his 9th of the year. It's Utah's 4th shorthanded goal this season, and it is the first shorthanded goal allowed by Tulsa this season. Dashke's goal was assisted by Messner and Shea. Boy, Neil Shea's been outstanding for the Grizzlies. He now has 16 assists on the season, and he's somebody that, scored. I wouldn't say he scored in every game, but he's been pretty close to it. Shea came into play tonight, scoring a point in 19 of 25 games. So with this being his 27th game, actually it's 19 of 26 coming into play tonight. Neil Shea now has a point in 20 of 27 games this season. And for Mick Messner, he's got 1 goal and 1 assist. Shea had 2 shorthanded goals earlier this season. Cole Fonstad with 1 shorty that came on the Guns N' Hoses night, February 2nd against the Idaho Steelheads. And Derek Dashke gets his first shorthanded goal of the season and his 9th overall, 1959 into the first. Nobody scored in the second period, although there were a high amount of shots. Utah had 15 shots to Tulsa's 12, but both goaltenders made some outstanding saves. Talon Boyko stopped all 12 shots he has seen in the second period, and Boyko has saved 25 of 27. For Jake Barcheski, he has stopped all 23 he has seen, including some highlight saves in the second period. So we'll see if Utah can hold on to the 2-0 lead. The Grizz will be on the power play for the first 41 seconds of the second period as Cade McNeely picked up a cross-checking minor, 18:41 into the second period. Neither team has a power play goal. Tulsa's 0 for 3. Grizzlies are in the middle of their third power play of the night. Currently, they're listed as 0 for 3, but they're in the middle of their third power play of the evening. Utah has outshot Tulsa 27-23, and that's kind of rare for an Oiler team to be outshot. After all, Tulsa has outshot opponents in 31 of 45 games this season. For the Grizzlies, it's their 44th game this year, and the Grizzlies have only had 15 games where they have outshot their opponents. That's 15 of the first 43. So for Utah to have an advantage, +4 in the shot count, certainly is big. And even though we don't get to see scoring chances, I got to imagine the Grizzlies, based on their hard work and the way they're passing the puck tonight, Grizzlies probably have more good scoring chances through the first 2 periods of play. So we'll see what happens in the third. Who's been aggressive offensively for Utah? Well, it's Ben McMessner again, who leads the team in shots on goal for the season, and he also leads Utah tonight with 5 shots. Messner led Utah with 5 shots on goal in last night's game. So far through 5 periods in this series, McMessner has 10 shots on goal. Nobody has taken 4 shots for Utah. Derek Dashke has 1 goal on 3 shots. Dashke leads all Utah defensemen in shots over the course of a season. Kate Nelson and Cole Fonstad each have 3 shots, and then 2 shots each for Reed Lebster, as well as Lincoln Earn in his Grizzlies debut. Cole Gallant also has 2 shots, and a few other Grizzlies with 1 shot each, as Utah is up to 27 through 2 periods. For the Oilers, they are led by Michael Farron and Austin Albrecht. Albrecht in the middle of the second period, back-to-back face-off wins by the Oilers, and Albrecht had 2 good looks from the left wing. He was denied both times by Barcheski. Solog Bakic, S-O-L-A-G is his first name. He's had 3 shots. 2 shots for Reed Petrick and a bunch of other Oilers with 1 shot through 2 periods. So Grizzlies have a 2-0 advantage. They are 10-0 this season when leading after 2. They are playing a hot Tulsa Oilers club who has won 5 in a row, and they have a standing point in 10 of their last 11 games. But the Grizzlies tonight, they're doing it with hard work and really shuffling up the forward lines a little bit, as Adam Berg's been lined up with Fonstad and Mastrodonado. And really the line that Neil Shea's on tonight, which contributed to the first goal, that's got a ton of potential with Shea, Messner, and Wood. There's a lot of speed and playmaking ability. And in Briley Wood's case, a guy that can do just about everything on the ice. We talked about Barcheski developing nicely as a first-year pro. Talking about before the season, you kind of had a feeling once Briley Wood got a month, even 2 months under his belt as a pro, you had a feeling that he was going to really break out and be one of Utah's best forwards over the course of the season. If you think about it, Briley Wood really stepped up big in the month of January, where he had a point in 8 of 12 games. And he also led all Utah forwards with a +6 rating in the month of January, and he's really carried it over to this month of February. We're going to have to do a little bit of counting because there was a battle for the club lead for points. Coming into play tonight, Neil Shea and Derek Dashke each had 32 points. Dashke with the 1 goal. Shea's picked up 1 assist. They're at 33 points each as they continue to be tied for the club lead in points. For Briley Wood, he's got 1 assist tonight. Wood now has 32 points on the season. So he's third on the club in points and just 1 behind the two-way tie with Derek Dashke and Neil Shea. When we come back, we'll go over some league scores as well as some NHL scores. After 2 periods, it's the Grizzlies 2 and the Oilers nothing. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it or we'll replace it. No questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires because more warranty means less worry. And nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
Welcome back. I'm here at Maverick Center. Grizzlies are at BOK Center. The Grizz have a 2-0 lead over the Tulsa Oilers. Utah will be on the power play for the first 41 seconds of the third period. Other games involving Mountain Division opponents. Kansas City leads Cincinnati 2-1 with 5.5 minutes left in the third period. David Cotton scored 4:15 into the second. Cade Borchard scored 18:48 into the second. That gave Kansas City a 2-0 lead. Ashbrook scored 13:46 for Cincinnati to cut into Kansas City's advantage. And there's about 5 minutes left in the third period. Mavericks lead the Cyclones 2-1. After 2 periods over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center, Wichita leads Allen 6-2. Thunder had scored 5 unanswered as Luke Granger scored 5:34 into the second. Wichita also had a second period goal from Kobe Walker. Allen has scored 2 second period goals, and they're through 2 frames. Allen has outshot Wichita 34-22, but it has not been Dylan Wells' night. The Allen goaltender, he has stopped just 16 of 22, and the Thunder lead the Americans 6-2 after 2 periods. After 1 frame at Idaho Central Arena, Rapid City and Idaho are tied at 1. A.J. White scored 10:02 into the first period with Ty Pelton-Bice and Hank Crone getting the assist. That was a power play goal. Idaho is 1 for 4 in the man advantage. Former Grizzly Ryan Wagner scored unassisted for Rapid City 18:49 into the first. So a pair of former Grizzlies have the goals. A.J. White 10:02 in and Ryan Wagner 18:49 into the first period. They're through 1 period, and they're tied at 1. Idaho has outshot Rapid City 13-11. Other action in the league, Toledo leads the shorthanded Fort Wayne Comets 3-1. Fort Wayne tonight is dressing just 15 skaters, and they trail in the rivalry game 3-1 with 4.5 minutes left in the third period. Savannah leads Bloomington 4-3. They originally gave a goal to Bloomington's Eddie Matsushima 16 seconds in the game, but they decided that Sato gets the goal instead. Sato has 2 goals for Bloomington. He did not play against the Grizzlies when Bloomington faced them last month. And so 5 minutes left in that game. Savannah leads Bloomington 4-3. 8 minutes left in the third period. Greenville and Florida are tied at 2. Former American Colton Hargrove scored for Florida. Chow has also scored for the Everblades. Taryn Pfizer, the former Grizzly, has 1 shot for Florida. Kyle Betts also has 1 shot for the Everblades. That's a barn burner, tied at 2, and that game has 8 minutes left in the third period. A game that has gone final. Maine shuts out Norfolk 3-0. In overtime, Atlanta and Worcester Have 2 minutes left in the extra session. That game is tied at 2. Iowa gets a 4-1 victory over Kalamazoo. Trois-Rivières holds on for a 3-2 victory over Jacksonville. And Wheeling gets a 6-3 victory at Fisher's Event Center against the Indy Fuel. Fans are dancing to the YMCA over at BOK Center. As it looks like everybody's having a good time. And I imagine, regardless of how many people are actually there, Tulsa is going to announce about 2,000 more than that actually went through the gates. Just a guess. After 2 periods, as we go over the 5 NHL games, Jets lead the Islanders 4-2. 7 minutes are left in the second period. Blackhawks lead the Predators 3-1. Connor Bedard has one of the Chicago goals. He's up to 16 on the season. After 1 period, Avalanche lead the Oilers 3-2 in a high-scoring affair. Nathan McKinnon scored on a power play, 9:48 in. Leon Draisaitl responded less than a minute later with a power play goal of his own. Kel McCarr gave the Avalanche a 2-1 lead. He scored 11:46 in. McKinnon picked up his 64th assist of the season on the McCarr goal. Corey Perry scored his 11th of the year, 12:22 in. And we're up all night to get lucky as Arturi Lehkonen gets his 23rd of the year. McKinnon with his 2nd assist of the night and 65th of the season. Lehkonen's goal was scored 18:08 in. So it's a very high-scoring affair, and it looks like the superstars are all contributing. McKinnon with 1 goal and 2 assists. Kel McCarr's got a goal. Leon Draisaitl's found the back of the net as well. That's going to be an outstanding final 2 periods of play. As Colorado leads Edmonton 3-2 after 1 period. 1 game has gone final in the NHL. Pittsburgh holds on to defeat the New York Rangers 3-2. Getting underway in about a half hour from now, the Dallas Stars are at the LA Kings. When we come back, we will have 3rd period action. Utah will be on the power play for the first 41 seconds. Utah's got 1 goal and 1 assist from Mick Messner. Derek Daschke's added a shorthanded goal, which is actually the first shorthanded goal allowed by Tulsa this season. And how about Jake Barcheski? He's been outstanding for the Grizzlies in net. We'll come back in 1 minute and have 3rd period action. You've been listening to the Second Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
It's the Grizzlies 2 and the Oilers nothing. We're about set for 3rd period action as Tulsa's Cade McNeely picked up a cross-checking minor 18:41 into the 2nd period. The Tulsa mascot ringing his big bell, and that lets you know that we're ready for hockey. At least that's the case over at BOK Center. That Tulsa mascot looks like he's constantly unhappy. Looks like he works about 20 hours a day. He's ringing the bell, but he doesn't look like he's happy. He's in a constant frown. And it looks like his eyes are always frightened. 20 minutes are put on the BOK scoreboard clock, as well as the score bug in the top left corner of the screen. It's the only thing that's been consistent about tonight's game. As Utah wins the draw, Grizzlies skate from left to right as we try to see it on Flow Sports. Shea over the line. He'll get it to the left corner. Grizzlies get it up top. Right point. Briley Wood fires towards the net. Saved by Boyko. Rebound. Tulsa will bounce it off a Gallant. Puck to the right side. Utah gets to Wood. Right circle. Righty shots blocked. And the puck hippity hops out to center ice. As Yoon tries to box out an Oiler. Tulsa working hard over in the right point, but they lose their balance. Briley Wood gets the puck late in the power play. Over to Shea over the line. Skates down the middle. Take a lefty shot that goes wide. Gallant skates around Tulsa's net over to Shea. He's behind Boyko. He gets hit. as looks like we're back to skating 5-on-5. Both teams are 0 for 3 on the power play tonight. Tulsa has the puck in the right wing as they yanked it away from Shea. Tulsa will backhand it to the Utah line where it's gathered by Cooper Jones, a recent addition to Utah's roster. Jones will slide it to Andrew Nilsson, who holds onto the puck. He gets challenged by Farron. Nilsson will skate towards his left, gets around Farron. Nilsson will brush it to his left for Mick Messner. The captain, or that's not the captain. He doesn't have a C on his sweater. That might have been, we're not really sure. That might have been Berge. It's Tulsa will get it out to the right side. Pass picked off. Nilsson will skate into the offensive zone, stops on the left side, trying to chip it out in front towards Mastrodonato, and it's glanced away by the Oilers. Nilsson over to Jones, back to Fonstad. High slot, lefty shots blocked. Fonstad cuts off an Oiler, and that's big as Tulsa was chasing after the puck. Oilers to the right side. Bakic looks to center it. It's cut off by Cooper Jones, who ricochets the puck off the end boards. Jones and Bakic. Bakic holds up Jones. It's going to be a penalty. Delayed call as Barcheski will skate towards the bench. Nilsson, Andrew that is, will move it to the far side. Tulsa touches it up. And exactly 2 minutes into the third period, it's going to be a Utah power play as Solog Bakic held up Cooper Jones. Bakic very upset at the call. So upset he might get more than just the 2 minutes. It almost looked like the linesman had to restrain Bakic from getting closer to referee Austin O'Rourke. So it'll be Utah's fourth power play of the game. Coming into play tonight, Utah was 8 for 25 on the power play over the last 7 games. Both teams' penalty kill units have been on point. Messner will take the draw. He's got Lepster to his right, Mastrodonato to his left. Not sure who's up top. Maybe Shea and Dashke. As Tulsa wins the draw, they'll skate out to neutral ice. Oilers step over the offensive line. As Tulsa's Anthony Cosentini tries to feed it out in front. It's glanced away by the Grizzlies. All 5 Grizzlies are deep in their own zone, skating from left to right. As Lepster gets out to center ice, he'll brush it back. Fonstad over to Mastrodonato, who steps over the offensive line, trying to curl it across. Puck bounced off a stick onto Dashke. Grizzlies are in with Mastrodonato, left side. He'll flip it back up top to Dashke, directs it to Fonstad, right side. Fonstad fires towards the net, and a score! Messner is out in front trying to redirect it. Utah leads 3-0. And it looks like everybody agrees that Mick Messner redirected it as he skates down the celebration aisle first. It's a power play goal for the Grizzlies, and they extend the lead to 3-0. It's either Messner's second of the night or it's Fonstad getting his 7th of the year. Grizzlies bench believes it was Mick Messner redirecting the Cole Fonstad shot. So we're back to skating 5-on-5, and the Grizzlies lead 3-0. Tulsa wins the draw. They'll get out to neutral ice. They'll lunge it ahead. Grizzlies pick it off. Utah will get it towards Lepster on the right side. He'll take a righty shot. And it bounced in. Grizzlies score! Reed Lepster gets his 10th of the year. And so that will make it a 4-0 hockey game. Boy, Lepster entered the offensive zone with momentum on the right side. Bounced it off of Boyko. Boyko turned around trying to recover. But the puck trickled past the goal line. 2 goals in less than half a minute. As it appears, Reed Lepster scored his 10th of the year. And it's now a 4-0 game. And with that, looks like we're going to get a goaltender change as Boyko comes out, as Butyets appears to be replacing him. So we got a goaltender change over in Tulsa. Butyets has 4 shutouts on the season and a record of 12-9-2. So just like that, a 2-0 game turned into a 4-0 affair, just like that. Messner went down the celebration aisle first, but the off-ice officials have given Cole Fonstad the goal. Fonstad officially scored 2:38 in, with Dashke and Mastrodonato getting the assists. 14 seconds later, it's Reed Lepster getting his 10th of the year, Andrew Nilsson with an assist. Grizzlies came out of the locker room charged, looking for a victory. They picked up the first 3 shots of the third period, 2 finding the back of the net. Neutral zone, shot onto Barcheski. He covers up in front of the crease, Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone, as I think that's the first shot officially by Tulsa here in the third period. So Grizzlies have scored in 3 different fashions tonight. They've got 2 5-on-5 goals. Dashke scored shorthanded late in the first period. And Fonstad's goal 238 in is a power play goal. It was interesting. The way the Grizzlies were celebrating, they thought that Messner got a piece of it, even though Fonstad right now is the one that gets credited with the goal. Off the draw, right point, righty shot, saved by Barcheski. He holds on with 16:59 left in the third. So Butietz has replaced Boyko. Boyko's stat line is 26 of 30 on the evening. So Draw's giving me the Grizzlies zone. Probably in the right circle. McMessner. No point, though, apparently, as they say he didn't get a redirection on the Cole Fonstad shot. That means that Fonstad now has 9 points in his last 9 games, and he has 7 goals in his last 9 games, with this being the 9th game. Nice-looking Oilers logo being flashed over and over again on the Flow Sports feed. Grizzlies now have goals from 4 different players. Messner and Dashke in the first period. Fonstad 2:38 into the third, and then 14 seconds later, it's Reed Lebster. Cade Jensen picked up a penalty, and he is being mocked by the Tulsa mascot. The mascot for Tulsa is making a chicken motion. In fact, the Tulsa mascot is taunting Cade Jensen with a rubber chicken. In fact, the mascot is holding the chicken across the glass, mocking Cade Jensen. I have no clue what happened there, but it looks like Tulsa's got a power play. As the Oilers throw it down the middle of the ice. Righty shot blocker saved by Barcheski. 10 seconds into the Tulsa power play, they got a pretty good look down the middle of the ice. Grizzlies, Brian Hume will sky it to the right point, literally kicked ahead by Tulsa, as Reed Petrick will get to the far goal line. Now up top to Dame Malka. Olivier's his first name from Montreal. Dame Malka on the right point. He'll fire towards the net, and Barcheski makes the save. So Tulsa's already had 2 good looks on Barcheski on the power play, and he stopped them both. This time Barcheski holds on. 16:27 left in the third. It looks like both teams will change up skaters. If we're talking about constants in this series, you look at last night's game when Lebster had 1 goal and 1 assist. Andrew Nelson also had 1 goal and 1 assist. And on the goal to make it a 4-0 game, 2:52 in, it was Lebster getting the goal with Andrew Nelson picking up the assist. Tulsa wins the draw as Canal will move it to the right side. Now the Oilers dangle back and forth. Tulsa gets it to the right point, as I think that's Doogie Legrone dancing around. Now throw it back up top. Canal will move it back towards the right point as the Oilers throw it off the end boards. Tulsa around Utah's net towards the near side as they drop it towards Roulette. Connor's his first name, wearing number 34. Roulette fires lefty shot, saved by Barcheski. Puck ricochets towards the left point. Canal kept it in. Over towards either Roulette or McKee. His shot is blocked. Roulette gets it back, try to get towards Sean Olsen off his stick, as Roulette will move it to the left corner. Tulsa almost lost their balance to get it back towards Roulette, who moves to the middle of the ice. Shot and a score. Sean Olsen gets a one-timer from the slot, and he gets a power play goal, as Olsen now has a goal in back-to-back games. He has 8 on the season, and it's now a 4-1 game. Boy, puck was along the left wing. They just got it to a wide-open Olsen down the middle. Can't tell with the folded jersey if that's Roulette or McKee, as Olsen got the one-timer, stick side pass Barcheski. So that's now the Grizzlies 4 and the Oilers 1. Draw one by Tulsa. Lucas gets the center ice, he'll dump it in. Barcheski behind his net as we're now skating 5-on-5. Both teams have a power play goal in the third period. As puck towards the right corner, Tulsa will sling it to the right point. Oilers fire on net, and it's blocked as the Oilers skate towards the right corner with the puck. As Andrew Nelson nearby, as the puck goes back up top, right side. as Ladigan will drop it. Oilers dance around. Lucas will skate towards the left circle. He's a good skater. Lucas, a 25-year-old, around Utah's net, skates towards the right side. Now he's towards the right point. He'll chip it across. McNeely gets it off the left wing boards. He'll fire towards the net, and it's wide. Webster crosses center ice, steps over the offensive line left side, gets around an Oiler, trying to get to Gallant, who nudged it towards Manning. Left side shot goes wide. Now Manning behind the net, thinking about wraparound, holds on to it. Now slide it up top. Right point, Cooper Jones gets it. He directs it back towards Manning. Manning slices to the left wing, now up top. Andrew Nelson left point. Lefty shot goes wide. Puck still alive, 5.5 minutes into the third period. Manning across to Andrew Nelson, over to the left corner. We believe that's Gallant. He'll fire on net, and that goes wide. And the puck trickles all the way into the Grizzlies zone. Andrew Nelson gets the loose puck. He'll stop in front of Barcheski. He'll slide towards the near corner. Turnover. Tulsa with a shot that goes wide, as Barcheski might have saved the day. Over to the left wing. Tulsa near the corner gets nudged by Cole Fonstad. His goal made it a 3-0 game. It's 4-1 now, as Adam Berg battles towards the right side. We get a whistle, and it looks like a penalty is going to be called. Maybe it was a hand pass. Couldn't really tell. It looked like the hand pass motion was called, and that stops play with 14:01 left in the third. It's going to be a neutral zone draw, as I believe a hand pass was called, as Austin O'Rourke, the referee's done a pretty good job tonight. Kept things balanced. Both teams are 1 for 4 on the power play. John Olsen's goal, 4:20 into the third, was assisted by Connor Roulette and Austin Albrecht. So we were wondering if that was McKeer Roulette, and it is Roulette that threw the pass towards Olsen for the one-timer for Tulsa's goal. Grizzlies cross center ice, skating from left to right. Lincoln Earn dumps it in, as Utah's Cole Fonstad gets it back up top to Earn. Earn dangles, now slided to his left. Kay Jensen fires it in deep as it ricochets off the end boards. Now Fonstad around Tulsa's net towards the far side. Stops in the left wing, and he'll skate back towards the left point. Now he stops at the point, tried to throw it to the left circle, and it's picked off by Tulsa. Rink-wide feed, goes off the stick of Josh Nelson. Nelson gets hit as the Grizzlies come up with it. Mastrodonato will drag it out to center ice. He'll lumber into the offensive zone and throw it towards the middle of the ice for Fonstad. It veers off to the left. He'll fire towards the net, and it goes wide. Puck trickles towards a high slot, and it glanced off the stick of Dashke. Josh Nelson races over the attack line, stops in the left point. He'll drop it. Centering pass. It bounced off of an Oiler, as it looked like Josh Nelson was out in front. Puck to the right wing. Grizzlies will carry it across center ice. McMessner over the line. He's had a good game. 1 goal, 1 assist. Left side. Lefty shot. Glove saved by Butjetz. He hauls it in, as Butjetz made the glove save about ankle high. Utah leads 4-1. 12:43 is left in the third period. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Utah leads 4-1. Jensen's penalty was a cross-checking minor, 3:01 in, and that's what Tulsa scored on. Oddly enough, the Tulsa mascot doing a chicken dance, holding up a rubber chicken. Yes, we do need to get Jay Stevens out to Tulsa. If I can't make it out to Tulsa, let's get Jay out there and see if he can fight the Tulsa mascot himself. I'm pretty sure Jay would win. You know, that mascot's a pretty tough guy when he's got the glass between him and Kay Jensen. Utah leads 4-1 as the Oilers win the faceoff. LeGrone gets thrown towards the board. Centering pass, backhand shot goes wide as Loy Messner is looking for his second of the game. Puck towards the right wing. Tulsa gets double teamed. Now throw it behind their net. Doogie LeGrone gets it. His rink-wide feed to the right side. Wasn't redirected at neutral ice. Icing is on the Oilers. 12:24 is left in the third. So it'll be an offensive zone draw for the Grizzlies. Attendance tonight is listed at 5,564. They must all be hanging out in the upper deck somewhere. As Utah has outshot Tulsa 30-29, Oilers do have a 6-3 edge in the third period. For the Grizzlies, Mick Messner leads the way with 1 goal and 1 assist. And it's interesting as Messner, after the Grizzlies scored that goal 238 in, it was a power play goal. Messner skated to the bench first. I think the Grizzlies thought that Messner got a piece of it and that he had scored, but they gave the goal to Fonstad. Maybe they'll have to take another look at that after the game. Puck goes out to center ice. Grizzlies run it down. Dylan Fitz, the veteran, will slide it to his left. Grizzlies skate from left to right here in the period. Utah neutral ice. As Utah will skate around, Cooper Jones over the offensive line. He flies in, but the Grizzlies appear to be offside with 12:05 left in the third. Or there must have been something away from the whistle. Well, I think the Grizzlies got called for a penalty. High sticking is going to be the call. And it looks like Andrew Nilsson's going to go to the box. It's his second minor penalty of the game. As Jones was flying into the offensive zone, certainly came in on side, but away from the play, Andrew Nilsson gets a high sticking minor, or at least we think it's a minor, as it is according to the ECHL box score. Now the Tulsa mascot's got the rubber chicken, and he's mocking Andrew Nilsson. And the mascot realizes that Andrew Nilsson's not paying him any attention. As the mascot holds the rubber chicken next to Andrew Nilsson on the other side of the glass. Nilsson probably having some words for that chicken. And the mascot himself. A guy in a plumber. That was his occupation, right next to the mascot as well, in a Dak Prescott jersey. Tulsa off the draw. Roulette, left wing, lefty shot, saved by Barcheski. He holds on, 11:57 left in the third as Tulsa won the faceoff. Got it towards Roulette in the left point. Skated in with a little bit of momentum, the way Josh Dickinson used to when he was a Grizzly. But Barcheski makes the stop. The mascot has taken a seat over in the front row next to the penalty box. 11:57 left in the third. Early on in Tulsa's power play, both teams have one power play goal in the night. As Nilsson is serving a high sticking minor. Tulsa wins the draw, but they'll backpedal towards their blue line. Tulsa skating from right to left, wants to enter with some momentum. Oilers move it to their left. Albrecht gets cut off, but he'll push it ahead. Now the Oilers into the offensive zone. Albrecht will loft it into the near corner as it glanced off of Yoon's glove. Puck goes up top. I think that's Stu Gilligrone, and certainly his body type. Up top, Roman Canal, high slot, lefty shot, and that's blocked away. Puck trickles towards the left wing boards as Albrecht will get it to the left wing. Canal, shoulder fake, and moves it to his right. Puck to the right point. Looks like Dougie Legrand throws it towards Olsen, back in, shot, and the Oilers score. Well, it looked like Olsen was out in front, and for the second time here in the third period, it's Sean Olsen getting a power play goal. It's his 9th of the year and 3rd in this series. As the Oilers got the puck towards Olsen, his first chance was blocked by Barcheski. Puck went back towards Olsen, and the second shot by Olsen is what found the back of the net. So there's 11 minutes and 19 seconds left in the third. Certainly enough time for Tulsa if they keep playing hard. Grizzlies can't let their guard down. And that was one where Sean Olsen put together a pretty good second effort. The first backhand shot was saved by Barcheski, and it bounced right back to Olsen, who put it in the back of the net. Sean Olsen, a native of Delta, British Columbia, used to play with the Maine Mariners. In fact, quite a few former Maine Mariners on this Tulsa roster. Backage dumps it in onto Barcheski, who covers up. 11:05 is left in the third, and the Grizzlies have to show some poise here as the Oilers have quite a bit of momentum here halfway through the third. Fans are making some noise over at BOK Center. Just over 5,500 is the announced attendance at BOK Center, 5,564 to be exact. Olsen's power play goal was assisted by Dougie Legrand and Roman Canal. Olsen's second power play goal of the third period was scored 8:41 in. Grizzlies have the puck near side. They'll push it ahead. Lebster lets it go for Manning. Manning steps over the offensive line, right wing boards. Manning moves it across. Left side, lefty shot goes wide as the Oilers get it towards Albrecht. He'll push it ahead off a stick. Oilers cross center ice. Grizzlies back defensively. Tulsa over the offensive line. Saucers and out towards Barczewski. It glanced off of his pad. Gallant will fire it off the end boards to Lincoln Erm. We try to get to Lebster. It's tapped away by Tulsa, but the puck goes out to center ice. Oilers reset. We're 9:30 and counting into the third. 10:26 is left. Now on a moving clock, as Canal will get it towards the right side. Oilers cross center ice. Lucas, an outstanding skater over the line. He'll skate in, trying to get around a triple team in front of Barczewski. He lost the puck, though, as now the camera operators lost the puck. Grizzlies ice it. Utah is chasing after it, but icing is on the Grizzlies with 10:09 left in the third. So draw's going to come back towards Jake Barczewski. And with Tulsa being a team that's got a lot of positive momentum and mojo going, boy, no lead is safe. And right now, after 2 unanswered, and really Tulsa's had some offensive zone time after Olsen's second power play goal, this is where the Grizzlies have to buckle down defensively and find a way to earn the 2 standings points. So draws give me the left circle. Utah's looking for their 6th road victory of the season. Tulsa's been a pretty good club at home where they're 13-7-2-2. Sean Olsen on hat trick watch. He'll take the draw, but it's won by the Grizzlies. Utah, rink-wide feed, glanced off the stick of Cole Fonstad, make that Cooper Jones. Grizzlies skate back in. Nil Shea, right side shot. Oh, the goal light went off, but no goal on the play, as it appears that Butjet's made the save. Boy, the goal light went off, but it appeared to be a premature goal light, as Butjet's was able to make the stop. As Grizzlies will skate back into their own zone. They might have to review that during the next whistle, as Nielsen will nudge it ahead. Obviously, the goal light went off for a reason. As Fitz will step over the line, drop it for Aragon, who throws it back to the right wing behind Tulsa's net. Fitz and an Oiler collide. Puck slides towards the far wing boards. Grizzlies deliver a hit, but Tulsa will move it out to center ice. Grizzlies back defensively. Tulsa over the line, but the puck glanced off the stick out to center ice. Grizzlies chase after along the near wing boards. Utah delivers a big-time hit, and that's Dylan Fitz. As Cade Nelson gets the puck near Utah's bench, he'll throw it back to Dashke, who slides it to Yoon along the left wing. Yoon with a long-range pass ahead, and he was looking for Aragon, but missed. Dame, Malka dumps it back in, and the Oilers are called for icing with 9:03 left in the third. And I think just as a precaution, they probably should take another look at it after the icing. The goal light went off. Obviously, everybody in the building, except for the goal judge, didn't see a goal, and I'm sure that I didn't see a goal either. But the goal light did go off. He thought that Utah had scored from the right wing. That would have been Shea's 18th of the year. But they won't give it a second look, as the referee must have had a good look at it. 9:03 is left in the third. It's Grizzlies 4, Oilers 2. Sean Olsen's lit up the scoreboard twice tonight. And maybe they are taking another look at it. Is everybody standing around over in the left circle? Just because the light went off, I think you just got to make sure. So that might be what they're doing. It looks like there's a little bit of a stoppage of plays. Everybody's standing around, I imagine. They're looking at it right now. If you are a superstitious person, this is the first time we've seen Ryan Kanaswich tonight. Everybody talks about this jacket that he's wearing, a light colored jacket, and he is wearing it tonight. Literally the first time we've seen Coach Kanaswich on the bench, and he is wearing the kind of gray-looking suit jacket. Looked like Christian Horn was wearing a navy blue jacket. So the goal light went off about a minute ago as Neil Shea fired away from the right wing. We believe they're checking it over to see if the puck crossed the goal line. It might be a quick review. It didn't look like, we didn't get anything other than a one wide shot angle at it. It's hard to say because if it would have crossed the goal line, I think everybody was stopped playing. I imagine it's going to stay a 4-2 game. The referee comes out of the box and he signals no goal. It's still 4-2 Utah. Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw from the left circle. Grizzlies will come out with Cole Fonstad taking the face-off. Masher, Donato, and Berg. Fonstad crouching down. He scored the power play goal to make it a 3-0 game. He scored 2:38 in, and then 14 seconds later, Grizzlies scored again to make it 4-0. But Sean Olsen has scored 2 power play goals for Tulsa, and it's now a 4-2 game. Puck deep in the Grizzlies zone. Rolls on to Barczewski, who keeps the play alive. Cooper Jones behind Utah's net will skate towards his right. He gets back checked. Jones loses his balance. He gets back to his feet. He's double teamed over in the right corner. Tulsa took it away. Oilers feed it up top. Dane Malka will move it to the right side, back to Malka. He's in the left wing, skates towards a circle casually. Now dropping into a vacated corner. Now the Oilers trying to get it in deep. Grizzlies poke it away. Masher Donato crosses center ice, steps to the offensive line. Malka cuts him off. And Malka, with good hands, was able to corral the puck. His rink-wide feed connected towards Mike McKee. Oilers skate in, right side shot, saved by Barcheski. And Jake holds on with 8:12 left in the third. Boy, McKee was over in the left wing boards, fed it across. Tulsa had a good look. Barcheski makes another highlight save to keep it a 2-goal game. Boy, and it looks like Barcheski was stretching out a little bit. Hopefully he's okay. It looked like he was stretching out, and hopefully he probably had to sprawl towards his left to make the stop. 8:12 is left in the third. I think there's a timeout on the ice. It's 4-2 Grizzlies. We'll see if Utah can hold on for the victory. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
8:12 left in the third. It's the Grizzlies 4 and the Oilers 2. Tulsa's 2 for 5 on the power play. Utah's 1 for 4. Attendance tonight at BOK Center, 5,564. Mick Messner leads the Grizzlies with 6 shots. Cole Fonstad has 4. For Utah, Mick Messner is a +2. Neil Shea is also a +2. Messner 1 goal and 1 assist. Neil Shea with 1 assist. Jake Barcheski has saved 34 of 36. Talon Boyko started for Tulsa. He saved 26 of 30. He's been replaced by Vyacheslav Butyets, who has saved 1. Grizzlies have only taken 1 shot in the last 8 minutes and 56 seconds. Tulsa has outshot Utah 13-4 in the third period, and the Oilers now have a 36-31 advantage in the shot count. Barcheski just now getting in front of his net as we saw him stretching a little bit. Hopefully he's okay. He might be less than 100%. We'll see if the Oilers trying to test his lateral movement if they can. Draw one by Utah's Derek Dashke will loft it out of play. Is it delay of game? Or did it bounce off the glass? It looks like puck bounced off the glass. No delay of game. So we'll skate 5-on-5 with 8:07 left in the third. Luke Manning will take the draw against Tulsa's Reed Petrick. Petrick's been around for a while. He played with the Glasgow Clan in the EIHL. And he was with them last season. He had 3 goals. He's got previous AHL experience with San Antonio and Chicago. He also has experience in this league with Fort Wayne and the 2018-2019 Idaho Steelheads. Off the draw, right side, righty shot, saved by Barcheski. Puck hit the opposite of the Tulsa line. Lucas runs it down. He'll get it across to McNeely, who pushes ahead. Puck to neutralize. Albrecht will chip it towards his right. Tulsa over the offensive line. Puck will slide to Barcheski, who cuts it off. And Brian Yoon getting after it with an Oiler. Well, you don't see Yoon lose his cool, but him and an Oiler wrestling after the whistle. And that's Reed Petrick. Petrick, the 6'1", 205-pound forward, probably considered to be a power forward. After the whistle, Yoon got after him as Petrick and Yoon tripped each other up. Now Petrick and Yoon have some words for each other. Oh, they're going to take Brian Yoon to the penalty box. Is Petrick going to go as well? Looks like the referee is pointing towards an Oiler. Yoon will take a seat for 2 minutes. I wonder if Petrick's going to go as well. And where's that Oilers mascot? He's got another occupant in the penalty box. We'll see if an Oiler goes in there if we can. As we see somebody skating towards the penalty box. Yoon gets a stick from Derek Dashke. As Petrick must have done something. Brian Yoon's not the type of guy that loses his cool pretty quickly. So we see if we can find out if Petrick goes to the box with Yoon. That would make it a 4-on-4 situation. And that would open up the ice, at least for somebody. Obviously, with it being a 2-goal game, Grizzlies looking for some insurance. And Tulsa probably looking to find a way to climb back into it. As Petrick dragged down Yoon. Didn't look like the referee made a call there. And then Yoon responded, threw in a quick-looking right cross as he was on the ice, and then went after Petrick. So it'd be interesting if Petrick didn't get the penalty for dragging down Yoon. It is possible that Yoon might have gotten the only penalty. Faceoff's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. It's hard to say how many people are on that blue line for Tulsa. Is there one or two? That would determine whether it's a power play for the Oilers. It looks like matching minors. Yoon got a hold. Petrick got a rough. So we're skating 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Utah wins the draw. As Shea out to center ice will push it ahead. Grizzlies over the offensive line. Messner gets yanked around. No call as the puck goes towards the right corner. As Josh Nelson gets towards Cosentini, back towards Nelson. As Josh Nelson will race out to neutralize. He's got good speed. He'll move it to his left. Oilers over the offensive line. McKaylian, left wing, righty shot. Saved by Barcheski. Rebound goes to Dashke. He'll push it ahead. Turnover. Tulsa skates in. Lefty shot. Saved by Barcheski. Boy, Dashke tried to move it out ahead to neutralize. Puck was picked off. Tulsa had a grade A chance in the slot. And Barcheski made the stop. And now the Tulsa Oiler mascot goes and taunts Brian Yoon as the third different player that the Oilers mascot's done the chicken dance to. Coincidentally enough, all three of them are Grizzlies defensemen. And Yoon is just ignoring the mascot. I think his name is Sledge. Tulsa wins the draw. Skating 4-on-4. Tulsa walks in. Righty shot goes wide. Rebound shot. Misses the net. As it looked like Dougie Legrone had a good chance from the slot as he took both shots. Oilers try to curl it towards the right circle, and it's picked off by Cooper Jones. Grizzlies skate from left to right here in the period. Jones to Nilsson. Rink wide feet connects. 2-on-2. Grizzlies skate in left side. Shea with a shot. He scores! That's either Fonstad or Shea, and it's now a 5-2 game. Boy, long-range pass connected. I think that's Cole Fonstad getting his second of the night. As the Grizzlies fed a long-range pass, they had a 2-on-2. It is Cole Fonstad. Second on the night and 8th of the season. And it's now 5-2 with 6:49 left in the third. So the Grizzlies line up the scoreboard for the 5th time tonight. And that breaks up a little bit of the Tulsa momentum. Fonstad with the goal, Andrew Nelson and Cooper Jones with the assists. So Tulsa across the center ice. We're still skating 4-on-4, I believe. Oilers skate over the offensive line, right point. Tulsa dangling back and forth. As now Tulsa drops it off for Tyler Polson, who skates towards a high slot. He tried to push it to Roman Canal, instead dumped it into the left corner. Grizzlies come up with it. Utah nudges it ahead. Reed Lepster over the line. But it looked like he played the puck with a high stick, so the whistle blows with 6:17 left in the third. So Cole Fonstad now has 2 goals tonight. He's had 3 or 4 2-goal games this season. I think he's actually scored 3 different 2-goal games this year. Andrew Nelson picks up his second assist. That means that he now has 8 multiple-point games this season. Cooper Jones also gets an assist. That is his 3rd assist of the season. Draw's going to be at neutral ice near the Grizzlies bench. So for the Grizzlies, that is the 4th different way they've scored. They had a shorthanded goal. They've scored on a power play. They've scored 5-on-5. And now the Grizzlies get a 4-on-4 goal. It is the second 4-on-4 goal scored by the Grizzlies this year. Dashke will move it ahead. 6:07 and counting left in the third. Utah over the offensive line. Left side, lefty shot goes wide. Puck to the right wing. Luke Manning gets it. He dangles around in the right circle. Now he calls zone number. Take a lefty shot. Saved by Bootyets. He holds on with 5:56 left in the third. It's Cole Fonstad scoring 13-11 into the third. Andrew Nelson and Cooper Jones getting the assists. So draws give me the Oilers zone. It looks like we're going to continue to skate 4-on-4. Well, you talk about 4 being the magic number for the Grizzlies, and they're up to 5 tonight. And maybe there is something about that gray suit. Ryan Kanasowicz wore it on Saturday night on the Guns N' Hoses extravaganza. Grizzlies won that game. Kanasowicz seems to be in the gray suit once again tonight. As Kay Jensen will throw it to the left wing. Grizzlies in the offensive zone. Utah will skate back to neutralize voluntarily as time is on Utah's side with less than 6 minutes left and a 3-goal lead. Utah's going to be patient with their approach here late in the 4-on-4 as Sledge, the Tulsa mascot, continues to entertain Brian Yoon in the Grizzlies penalty box. Rink wide feed goes wide of the mark. Dylan Fitz chasing after it as Lucas will saucer it ahead. Puck is gloved and dropped by Josh Nelson, who moves it back to Lucas, who keeps the play alive. Lucas, right wing, steps over the line, throws it towards the middle, as back hit, shot saved by Barcheski. Jake holds on with 5:10 left in the third period. Boy, Jake Barcheski's done a great job despite the 2 power play goals scored by Olsen in the third period. Barcheski has made at least 38 saves. We'll come back in 1 minute and find out how this one ends as Ryan Kanasowicz is wearing the lucky suit, and the Grizzlies are up by 3. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Well, Utah's got a 5-2 lead with 5:10 left in the third period. Cole Fonstad leads away with 2 goals. Jake Barcheski has saved 38 of 40. Andrew Nilsson's got 2 assists. Mick Messner has 1 goal and 1 assist. And 4 might just be the magic number for the Grizzlies. Draws in the right circle of Utah's zone, and it's won by the Grizz. Tulsa's outshot Utah 17-6 in the third period. But Utah has 3 goals as opposed to Tulsa's 2. Here in the final regulation frame. Reed Petrick gets it up top. Lucas, left side, dangles. Now he fires towards the net. Barcheski makes a save as he sprawled towards his left with about 5 bodies in front of him. Grizzlies will ice the puck, but icing is waved off by the linesman as Tulsa will bank it off the near glass. Puck hipping opposite center ice as Ladigan will drop it. Looking for Albrecht, who tried to feed it to the left point. Puck goes back to center ice. Lucas will slide back to Tulsa ice. Now feather it ahead. Reed Petrick over the line wearing number 8. Petrick will skate towards left corner. He gets pushed as a Grizzly tries to overpower him. Petrick continues to push Dylan Fitz. Petrick getting physical here in the third period. Fitz and Yoon in the area. Puck goes up top, right point. Lucas keeps it in. He's a good defenseman. Has a lot of time in the AHL this season. As Oilers get it up top. Taking it Stuggy Legron. Legron, third year with the Oilers. He'll take a righty shot. Saved by Barcheski. And Jake holds on with 4:06 left in the third. So draws give me the Grizzlies zone. We mentioned 4 being the magic number. Grizzlies are 14-2-1 this season when scoring 4 or more goals. Now, when Utah allows less than 4, they've got a record of 10-5-2. Now, Utah doesn't have a win this season when they've scored less than 4 goals, which is crazy. Meaning the Grizzlies don't have a win 3-2 or 3-1, anything like that. For the Grizzlies to win this season, they have to get to 4. And obviously they've got 5 here tonight, including 3 in the third period. So draws giving the Grizzlies zone. A little bit of a delay. This looks like we're skating 5-on-5. It's after the whistle. Petrick threw a right cross at Dylan Fitz. Well, that's the second time here in the third period that Petrick has lost his cool. As this time, he got something in on Fitz. So now we're back to live action. Tulsa wins the draw. Left wing righty shot saved by Barczewski. He holds on. The draw is going to be back in the left circle. Looks like we are skating 5-on-5. So now there's 4:03 left in the third. Time can't run fast enough from the Grizzlies' perspective. Draw won by Utah as Cooper Jones and Andrew Nilsson battle with an Oiler. As Nilsson takes the puck and he'll helicopter it out of play near the Grizzlies bench. There's a good look at Ryan Knasowicz's gray suit. Christian Horn wearing kind of a navy blue looking suit. Draw's going to come back into the Grizzlies zone. And we'll skate 5-on-5 with 3:53 left in the third. Not that it really matters whether the Grizzlies, whether Knasowicz's, attire, whether his suit jacket's going to make a difference as to whether the Grizzlies win or not. It just seems like every time he's worn that gray suit with the jacket, at least the jacket, the entire suit's not gray. Seems like the Grizzlies come out on top. And tonight he's wearing that special jacket, and the Grizzlies are up 5-2. Tulsa back at neutral ice. They'll feather it off the far wing wall. Grizzlies skate from left to right here in the period. As Cooper Jones will slice it ahead, looking for Briley Wood. He didn't get a piece of it. Icing is on the Grizzlies with 3:30 left in the third. A lot of people contributed tonight. Briley Wood with 1 assist. He threw a great pass to Mick Messner that led for Utah's first goal, 11:22 in. Wood's got 32 points this season, 13 goals, 19 assists. Dashke now has 1 goal and 1 assist as he assisted on the Fonstad power play goal. So for keeping score, Dashke now has the club lead by himself with 34 points. Neil Shea with 1 assist tonight has 33 points. Briley Wood with 1 assist is up to 32 points on the season. Shea will take the draw. Now he's kicked out of the circle. He might have kicked himself out of the circle. McMessner will take the draw against Alec Butcher. 3:30 left in the third. Draw goes to Utah. Andrew Nelson gets to Briley Wood. Wood avoids a check, and he'll dump it deep into the Oilers zone. Tulsa comes up with it as Butjetz skated in front of the crease as if he was going to come off for an extra attacker. Oilers dump it in. Grizzlies roll it back around towards the right wing. Wood gets hit in the back. He loses his balance. He gets back to his feet. Tulsa left side. Sharp angled shot. Hits the side of the net. Puck towards the left point as McNeely rolls it back around. Puck to the right side. Tulsa sidesteps Shea. Now Tulsa centering pass. Shot. Saved by Barczewski. And he dives in the crease to hold on. And after the whistle, Lincoln Earn getting after it with an Oiler. McNeely grabs Earn in the back. And now another Oiler is hugging it out with Lincoln Earn. Earn in his Grizzlies debut doing a good job of protecting Barczewski, who's played an outstanding game. But you can just tell that something's wrong. Maybe around the groin area, Barczewski's slow to get up once again. He was kind of stretching it out about 4 minutes ago. The Grizzlies, Andrew Nelson in particular, checking to make sure Barczewski's okay, as Utah doing an outstanding job protecting their net tonight. You knew the Grizzlies were going to have to put together a full 60-minute effort, and you knew they were going to have to get it done in front of their own net. And Barczewski and company have been outstanding. And the Grizzlies really have provided a lot of offensive punch. Utah's been the aggressor here tonight. Bill Walsh, the old San Francisco 49ers head coach, always had a saying where, the team that wins is the one that beats their opponent to the punch. Literally and figuratively. And for the Grizzlies, they're beating the Oilers to the punch tonight. Whereas last night, certainly the last 2 periods, Tulsa was getting the first blow. Grizzlies ice the puck, 2:38 left in the third. Draw's going to come back towards Jake Barczewski, who currently has a stat line of 43 of 45. The only 2 Oiler goals were power play goals by Sean Olsen. One was on a one-timer, and the second was on a 2-shot sequence. Took the first backhand shot about 10 feet in front of the crease, bounced off of Barczewski. Olsen got it back. His second backhand shot found the back of the net, and that was 8:41 into the third. Cole Fonstad's on hat trick watch. He's got 2 goals. Sean Olsen's on hat trick watch for Tulsa. He also has 2 goals. Oilers dump it in. 2.5 minutes left. Barczewski will fire it along the near wing wall. Mastrodonato lets it go between his legs. I'm sure Mastrodonato and Barczewski are happy to see Lincoln Earn on their side once again. They were college teammates for 4 years. Tulsa skates in high slot. Righty shot saved by Barczewski. That shot was taken by Andrew Lucas, who has 3 goals in 12 games for Tulsa this season. Scrum in the left corner. As the puck goes towards Mastrodonato, he'll slide it to his left, and the Grizzlies will fire it towards an empty net, and a score! And his baby's in the refrigerator as Utah gets an empty net goal to take a 6-2 lead. So it looks like the Grizzlies are going to get a victory tonight. They're first against Tulsa this season. I think that might be Adam Berg. Yeah, it is Berg going to the celebration aisle first. It's Bergie's 4th of the year. We didn't even know Tulsa's net was empty until Berg fired away at it. So Adam Berg now has 4 goals on the season. Ryan Kanasowicz switched up the forward lineup a little bit as Bergie's been lined up with Mastrodonato and Cole Fonstad all night. That's been a solid forward lineup. Grizzlies also got quite a bit from the forward line of Messner, Briley Wood, and Neil Shea. It's 6-2 Utah. Butjetz is back in net for the Oilers. And now we got a fight. Somebody is attacking Lincoln Earn. Earn is in a fight in his Grizzlies debut as he is going to town on Michael Farron. As now Earn drags down Michael Farron. That is Farron's second fight of the night. He fought Cade Jensen 2:18 into the second, and it looked like it was Farron initiating things. And Farron will get an early shower. And Lincoln Earn, I got to imagine he's going to become a Grizzly fan favorite 5 penalty minutes at a time. Earn goes about 6'3" and 215 pounds. Mastrodonato laughing it off. They know each other well. Earn pats his college teammate Jake Barczewski in the back as he'll walk to the locker room. Lincoln Earn held his own and then some against Michael Farron as those two dropped the gloves with 1:42 seconds left in the third. As Earn got in a quick left, and then Farron pushed Earn to the ice, and then Earn went to town on Farron's dome. As Earn just continued to throw rights, there was a helmet kind of laying, and then Earn's helmet dragged to the ice, and Earn dragged Farron to the ice. So the Tulsa captain, Michael Farron, gets in 2 fights tonight, and Lincoln Earn in his Grizzlies debut makes his presence felt as Earn got the best of Michael Farron with 1:42 left in the third. Adam Berg's shorthanded goal to give Utah a 6-2 lead was assisted by Keaton Mastrodonato. Mastrodonato now has 9 assists in his last 7 games, with this being the 7th. Mastrodonato's actually up to 2 assists tonight, so he's got 10 assists in this his last 7 games. Tulsa will pitchfork it in deep to the Grizzlies zone. 1.5 left in regulation, as it's going to be a victory for Ryan Kanasowicz's crew tonight. Utah crosses center ice, and Andrew Nelson will dump it in. As there's 1:20 left, Reed Lepster's had a good game once again. Lepster dances around. He skates towards left point. He'll backhand it towards the corner. Now back up top as Nelson gets to Cooper Jones, who skates towards the left point. Jones drops it for Andrew Nelson. He'll fire towards the net, and it goes wide. Puck ricochets out of play. 1:06 are left in the third. So Earn and Farron each get fighting majors. 18-18 into the third period. In the second frame, it was Cade Jensen and Michael Farron getting in a fight. That was 2:18 into the second. So we're hoping for a little bit of a quicker game. And we are now at the 2-hour. And if the game started at 6:05 Mountain Time Zone, we're at 2 hours and 42 minutes. I guess Steve Traxel's on the mound for one of these teams. He was a slow-working right-handed pitcher in the 90s. As Grizzlies have it at neutral ice after Tulsa won the faceoff. Less than a minute left. It's going to be a victory for Jake Barczewski. It'll be his 7th victory of the year. And what a performance for him. He has saved 44 of 46. Both goals that Tulsa had were on a power play. Grizzlies get it to Cooper Jones. Will bounce it out to center ice like a basketball. Dylan Fitz will push it ahead. As the Oilers, 35 seconds left, will move it out deep into the Grizzlies zone. And icing is called on the Oilers. 32.7 seconds are left in the third. A fan very enthusiastically says the puck was tipped and the faceoff should be at neutral ice. We're going to go all the way back towards Butjetz. Aaron Aragon's on the ice. Cade Nilsson will take the draw. Nilsson's had 3 shots for Utah this evening. Draw one by Tulsa. The Oilers will get it to Bakic, who will race out to center ice left wing. Bankage over the line as the Oilers left side. Righty shot. Now Bankage with a shot saved by Barcheski. Puck towards the right side. Now back up top. Tulsa walks in. Now they fake a shot. Skeet towards the left corner. 13 seconds are left. Canal rolls it back to the right side. Cade Nilsson will lunge it ahead. Puck goes out of the zone deep into the Oilers' end. 4 seconds left. Icing is waved off, and that will do it. Grizzlies win! Grizzlies win 6-2, and there is no doubt about it. Cole Fonstad had 2 goals. Mick Messner had 1 goal and 1 assist. Andrew Nelson and Keaton Mastrodonato had 2 assists. Lincoln Earn got in a fight and won it late in the third period. And how about Jake Barcheski? He saved 44 of 46. And despite the fact that the Tulsa Oilers had 23 shots in the third period compared to Utah's 7, it was the Grizzlies that won the third period 4-2 as the Grizzlies come away with a huge 6-2 victory to end Tulsa's 5-game winning streak as the Grizzlies get their 6th road victory of the season. What a performance by Ryan Kanasowicz's crew tonight. They got contributions up and down the lineup. Neil Shea moved into a line with Briley Wood and Mick Messner. All 3 of those guys had a point tonight. And what can you say? Grizzlies, from start to finish, outside of 2 power play goals by Tulsa, you knew the Oilers were going to continue to battle. The Grizzlies come away with a blue-collar, hard-working 6-2 victory to even up the 3-game series. We'll come back and find out who the 3 stars of the game are. And we'll also talk things over as the Grizzlies got goals from 5 different players. Cole Fonstad found the back of the net twice. Mick Messner, Derek Dashke also scored, as well as Reed Lubster and Adam Berg. We'll come back and have the post-game story on the other side. Once again, the final score, it's the Utah Grizzlies 6 and the Tulsa Oilers 2. It's a great day for 2 standings points, and that's exactly what the Grizzlies get this evening. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
It's the Grizzlies 6 and the Oilers 2, as it's a great night for 2 standings points, and Utah certainly needed the victory, and it's a huge one against a good Tulsa team. Oilers' 5-game winning streak comes to an end, and for the Grizzlies, they put together a 6-goal performance, and obviously 4 being the magic number. Grizzlies have now won their 15th game of the season when scoring 4 or more goals. Utah's 15-2-1 when scoring 4 or more this season. Grizzlies did allow less than 4. Utah is now 11-5-2 when allowing less than 4 goals in a game. And if you are a superstitious one, Ryan Kanasowicz was wearing the gray suit jacket, which Grizzlies fans have come to realize that every time he wears that, Grizzlies come out on top. Utah scored first tonight. Mick Messner got his 10th of the year with Briley Wood picking up the assist, but it was really the patience of Briley Wood that made the play happen. He entered the offensive zone, stopped in the high slot, just kind of shuffled around a little bit, and he just kind of nudged the puck ahead. It was a perfect pass to Mick Messner. Messner got in the right wing, and he fired a backhand shot past Talon Boyko for the game's first goal. It's the second straight night the Grizzlies scored first, and they are now 11-4-2-1 when scoring first this season. I thought the biggest play of the game came with 0.8 seconds left to go in the first period. Andrew Nelson got a roughing minor, 18:59 in. Neil Shea hustled after the puck in the offensive zone, got to Messner, was down the middle of the ice. Messner nudged it to his left to Dashke. Dashke fired away, shorthanded, and he got it past Boyko with 0.8 seconds left in the first period. It's officially listed as 19:59 into the first. That gave Utah a 2-0 lead, and that certainly seemed to be huge for the psyche of both the Grizzlies and the Oilers. Neither team scored in the second period. Both goaltenders were outstanding. Utah outshot Tulsa 15-12 in the second period. Jake Barcheski had 2 or 3 highlight saves, while Talon Boyko made a couple good saves of his own. Early in the third period, you knew Tulsa was going to come out with a good effort. Grizzlies got a power play early in the third as Solod Bakic picked up a holding minor exactly 2 minutes into the third. And 38 seconds into the power play, Cole Fonstad was over in the high slot. Mick Messner was trying to redirect it. Fonstad fired it past Boyko, and he picked up his first of 2 on the night. Dashke and Mastrodonato got the assist. Now, Messner skated towards the celebration aisle first. It looked like either Messner or his teammates thought that Mick had gotten a piece of it, but they gave the goal to Fonstad. They might have to look at that later on. We're not sure either. We didn't get to see a good look as to whether Messner redirected it or not, but right now it's Fonstad getting his 7th of the year. That was 2:38 into the third period. 14 seconds later, Andrew Nelson found Reed Lepster, and Lepster scored his 10th of the year as he becomes the second Grizzly tonight to join the double-digit goal-scoring club. Messner got his 10th of the year, 11:22 into the first, and it's now Reed Lepster, who now has 2 goals on the series and 10 on the season. And that made it a 4-0 game. And with that, Talon Boyko was pulled in favor of Yevakislev Butyets. Butyets stopped 3 of 4 in the final 16:57 of regulation. Boyko saved 26 of 30. Sean Olson scored 2 power play goals for Tulsa. The first came on a one-timer, 4:20 into the third, and then Olson got his own rebound and scored on the second look, 8:41 into the third. Grizzlies got some much-needed insurance. It was a 4-on-4 goal scored by Fonstad, his second of the night, 8th of the season. Andrew Nelson and Cooper Jones picked up the assists. And then Adam Berg scored on an empty net exactly 18 minutes into the third period, with Keaton Mastrodonato getting the assist. So that means the Grizzlies actually scored goals in 5 different varieties tonight. Dashke with the shorthanded goal in the first period. Fonstad with the power play goal, 2:38 in. Messner and Lepster each scored 5-on-5 goals. Fonstad's goal, 13:11 into the third period, was 4-on-4. And then Utah scored on an empty net with Adam Berg. So 5 different ways the Grizzlies scored goals tonight, and it took a variety of players to do so. Dashke and Messner each had 1 goal and 1 assist. Andrew Nelson and Keaton Mastrodonato each had 2 helpers. Cole Fonstad had 2 goals. Lincoln Earn got in a fight, 18-18 into the third period. Michael Farron got a game misconduct for his second fight of the night. I'm not sure if that will kind of trigger a suspension, but nevertheless, you talk about, Farron, the Oilers captain, fighting 2 Grizzlies tonight. Fought Kate Jensen in the second period, 2:18 in, and then Lincoln Earn in his Grizzlies debut got in a fight with Michael Farron. Depending on, which publication you look at online, Lincoln Earn is listed at 6'2", 215 by the league, although Hockey DB has Lincoln Earn listed at 6'4" and 215 pounds. Interestingly enough, though, the number 1 star of the game, and let's go over the 3 stars. Let's start with number 3, Sean Olson, the Tulsa goal scorer. He had 2 on the night. He's the 3rd star. Cole Fonstad, who scored 2 goals of his own and was a +2. He's the number 2 star. The number 1 star tonight is Jake Barcheski, who saved 45 of 47, and he picks up his 7th victory of the season. He made a lot of highlight saves. Hopefully he's okay, though. There was a couple points in the third period where it looked like he was trying to stretch out around the groin area. Didn't look like he was necessarily 100%. He was able to finish the game, but hopefully he'll be okay. Either Barcheski or Vinny Duplessis will go tomorrow night in what turns out to be the rubber match of this 3-game series. Tulsa won 4-2 last night, and this evening the Grizzlies get some revenge as they come away with a 6-2 victory. We mentioned the shot counts. Tulsa outshot Utah 24-8 in the third period. Didn't seem to matter that much tonight, considering that Barcheski stood on his head. But it is interesting to note that with the 47 shots the Oilers took tonight, and I got to do some quick math, 138 shots have been taken by Tulsa over the first 3 games of this season series against the Grizzlies. About 46, 47 per game. Don't quote me on that. For the Grizzlies, they had 35 shots of their own. That's the most they've had against Tulsa this season. The Grizzlies have taken 86 shots in 3 games against the Oilers. But it wasn't necessarily the 35 shots Utah had tonight, but it felt like they were getting the puck where it needed to be, out in front of the net. As an old bank robber once said, somebody asked him, why do you rob banks? And he said, well, that's where the money is. Well, the Grizzlies know that the money's out in front of the net, and you got to earn your right to get the puck out in front of the net, and you got to earn those dirty, greasy goals. It felt like the Grizzlies all night worked hard to get the puck into those dirty, greasy areas, because after all, that's where the money's at. And the Grizzlies cashed in tonight with 6 goals in 5 different varieties against the Tulsa Oilers. Both teams had a good power play night. The Oilers were 2 for 5 on the man advantage. Tulsa did not score a 5-on-5 goal all night. Utah went 1 for 4 as the Grizzlies' power play over the last 8 games is now 9 for 29. Although the Grizzlies' penalty kill streak, it was at 16 straight successful penalty kills. And obviously, the 2 third period power play goals that Tulsa had kind of skews the number a little bit. Although after in the last 5 games, Utah is still 17 for 19 on the penalty kill. And consider where the Grizzlies were about 2 months ago, where they were about 52% on the season on the penalty kill. Utah has made great strides in that area of the game. So, with the little bit of spirit towards the end of the game, I imagine tomorrow's going to be a ton of fun. It's the 3rd game in 3 days for both clubs. Neither team's going to have a ton of energy. We'll see if the Grizzlies can come away with a series victory against a pretty good Tulsa Oiler club. It was an entertaining one tonight, except for the time of game, which was 2 hours and 44 minutes. Attendance was 5,564 over at BOK Center. Well, it was tough watching this video feed. We adjusted a little bit, and hopefully everybody on YouTube was patient and understood that, unfortunately, we didn't necessarily have a good video production feed to be able to view the game from, but we did the best we could, and we had a little bit of fun. And we got our little scoreboard on this YouTube feed that we have lit up, and the Grizzlies lit it up 6 times tonight. As the Grizzlies have won 15 games this year, and in all 15, Utah has scored 4 or more goals. Well, about wrap things up. That was a ton of fun here this evening, and the Grizzlies really put together a blue-collar, hard-working 60-minute affair, and they needed that to beat Tulsa, and they came up with a big effort. Jake Barczewski, deservedly so, was the number 1 star. Grizzlies scored in 5 different varieties. Cole Fonstad once again scored 2 goals, and Fonstad has been unbelievable for the Grizzlies. He now has 8 goals in his last 8 games. We'll come back for the rubber match on Saturday night. 5:50 pregame show, 6:05 face-off. We're just hanging out here in the Grizz Cave. There was a volleyball match, and if you got nothing else to do tomorrow, there's going to be 2 pro volleyball matches here at Maverick Center. Get your tickets to maverickcenter.com and enjoy some entertainment here as pro volleyball is here this weekend. Grizzlies are over at BOK Center, and then Tuesday night, Utah will face the Wichita Thunder. Don't forget the next Grizzlies home game will be on Valentine's Day. It's an AFCU Friday as the Grizzlies take on the Idaho Steelheads. Grizzlies' first ever fishing night will be on Saturday, February 15th. Grizzlies will be wearing specialty jerseys. I'm going to try to find a fishing costume of my own right. And then the final game of that series will be on President's Day. 3 o'clock will be the start. And that'll be a special one. Then the Rapid City Rush will be in town for Grizz Fight Cancer Weekend. That's going to be on February 21st and 22nd. Grizz Fight Cancer Weekend is presented by Mountain Land Supply Company. The homestand will conclude with the 3:10 start on Sunday, February 23rd. Get your tickets at UtahGrizzlies.com. Tonight, it was the Grizzlies on top. They get the 6-2 victory over the Tulsa Oilers. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. Good night, everybody.